Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, Billy Mitchell in studio, probably the greatest heel of all time. If you haven't seen King of Kongs, go watch it. One of the greatest documentaries of all time. Billy Mitchell in studio, plus the Mount Rushmore of arcade games with Billy Mitchell. We're going to talk a little 4th of July, a little NBA, who's getting traded where, Kevin Durant still out there blowing in the wind, hot seat, cool throne, and guys on chicks. And we are brought to you by our friends at Visible. Visible. What would you do with extra money you'd save from switching to Visible? Well, you could pay $60 with some carriers, but with Visible, it's as low as $25 a month. Think about what you could do with that extra cash. Visible is perfect for singles. With the extra money, you could take someone on a date or maybe just live your single life and buy yourself dinner. Speaking of singles, I think we've had, PFT. What is the single best part of summer for you?
It's been the beach, Big Cat.
Oh, man, there it is again. The beach keeps winning. The beach keeps winning.
I just came from the beach.
Yeah, just like Visible keeps winning. So switch to Visible, visible.com/pod. Get unlimited single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Comparison to a single line with unlimited data or other major carriers. For plan and network details, see visible.com/pod. That's visible.com/pod. Check it out today. Thank you to Visible, our presenting sponsor. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Visible. Go to visible.com/pod. Get unlimited line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Today is Wednesday, July 6th, and Joey Chestnut is the greatest American that has ever lived.
One of the greatest athletes of all time. And I think we can confidently say that he is the greatest eater, the greatest human eater of all time, right? There's no chance that anybody's ever been better than him. It's like with Usain Bolt, you can definitively say no one's ever been a faster sprinter than Usain Bolt. I think you can say the same thing about Joey Chestnut. No one in the history of mankind, going back thousands and thousands of years, has been able to hold a candle to what he does.
He is the greatest athlete of all time, in my opinion. I know that some people would say Secretariat, Mike Francesa. I'm saying Joey Chestnut. And I know people will be like, well, that's not an athletic, sport, eating hot dogs really fast. Well, then go ahead. You try. You try to do what Joey Chestnut does. No one else can do it. He won his 15th in a row. Or no, what was it? 15th all time? 16th all time?
15th in 16 years, I believe.
And the only year.
2015 to Matt Stone.
Because, the only reason he lost was because his fiance broke up with him a week before. So, yes, he is human. He bleeds like all of us. A broken heart can bring down Joey Chestnut. But what he did on July 4th on one leg, which, Big Ben was probably watching him being like, God damn it, I should get into competitive eating. And one leg and choked out a protester while eating hot dogs, while winning the championship. I tip my cap to him. I don't think I honestly, this is going to sound a little bit hyperbolic. I am lucky to be breathing the same air as Joey Chestnut. I'm lucky to be alive. Think about how many years. Think about when you could have been born in the history of of humanity, and we were born at the same time as Joey Chestnut. We got to enjoy Joey Chestnut. That's what he's done.
And James
shared the stage with him too.
It's pretty incredible, like what we've been lucky enough to see in our lifetimes. I was looking up some of his other records that he has. He's got some other records that approach GOAT status. If you got rid of, this is like when you take out like Barry Bonds steroid seasons and throw him out and you look at the rest of his career and you're like, oh, he'd still be like a top 3 hitter of all time. If you throw out the hot dog eating contest, this guy he ate 41 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes. He ate
Cool
23. He ate
Shout out Cool Hand Luke, great movie.
Yeah. 23 6-inch Philly cheesesteak sandwiches in 10 minutes. 390 shrimp wontons in 8 minutes, 28 pounds of smoked poutine in 10 minutes. There's no number two.
There's no number two.
It's Joey Chestnut, Junior Soprano, and then the rest.
Yes. Yeah. And Joey Chestnut, by the way, the 1 year that he loses, he comes back and he wins. That was the year I competed, and he said the buns were looking extra fast that day, which I was like, wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. But he's beating everyone by so much, and he doesn't you realize that he could eat. I can't remember what the second place person had. What is it, like 45 or something? 40? Like he could eat 20 less hot dogs and still win every year, yet he keeps pushing himself. Last year he had 76, the new record. He keeps just find me a guy who will compete against himself like Joey Chestnut does. And again, if it wasn't for his fiance breaking up with him, we'd be talking about has Joey Chestnut ruined the hot dog eating competition because he's won 16 in a row? Is
he bad for hot dogs? Yeah,
he's UConn women's basketball of hot dogs.
Jake knows all about eating when the buns get fast. Am I right? Am I right, Jake?
Absolutely. He's also he's won by an average of 18 hot dogs per contest, so it's not even close.
Stupid.
He is competing against himself. It's like when Tiger was dominating the PGA Tour. He could just take it easy, but he demands excellence out of himself.
Yes.
We're definitely not going to get a live tour for Major League Eating, though, at least not in the hot dog category.
You never say never. Never say never. All right, so we had to lead with Joey Chestnut. Should we talk about a fake sport now, the NBA offseason?
This league.
Oh, man. So when we last recorded, we're on vacation this week. When we last recorded, Kevin Durant had just asked for a trade from the Nets. We now are sitting here 5 days later. He has not been traded from the Nets yet. I actually am of the belief that the Nets should just be like, fuck it, you're staying on the team. You signed a 4-year deal. Like, that used to mean something. Kind of push back, player empowerment. Like, hey, no, you can't be traded. We're going to keep you. But he also has demanded that he wants to play with at least 2 all-star players. So I don't want to bring out the triple B, but he wants to play with at least 2 all-star players. I went through it. There's 9 teams that are off the list off of that. 9 teams that are off the list from the 2 all-star threshold. But there's a lot of teams that would be very funny if he got traded to that I'm hoping for. I mean, do you want to just go down? Like, what would be the funniest is clearly the Warriors. If he gets traded to the Warriors, like, will that work? We don't know, but it would be fun to watch, right?
Yeah. Wait, we're talking about KD right now, right?
KD,
not Kyrie.
KD to the Warriors is actually something that, like, if you're reading any of the stuff, I guess the Warriors had a meeting and, like, the players were like, yeah, we'd take Kevin Durant on our team. Like, give it a shot.
In the Hamptons? Did
Only
they have
one
a Hamptons
ball.
meeting again? Yeah, that's the problem. It's like you got a lot of all-stars on the team, a lot of ball dominant, like some great shooters. I don't know how Kevin Durant fits into that.
Yeah.
Can Kevin Durant check his ego enough to be successful on the Golden State Warriors?
But how great would it be? Kevin Durant to the Warriors, Kyrie to the Lakers, and then LeBron and Kyrie play Kevin Durant and the Warriors in the Western Conference Final for like 4 years in a row. Just,
be incredible.
If it's not broke, just don't fix it. Like, let's just go back to 5 years ago.
What I'm rooting for, first of all, we should give credit to Brian Windhorst for calling his shot so perfectly in advance. What are the Utah Jazz doing? Everybody around the league is asking, what's going on in Utah? I was on the edge of my seat all morning trying to figure out what the fuck was going on in Utah, and Windhorst was right. They traded away Rudy Gobert. He saw it coming. And the funny thing is, like, when he was giving that whole monologue, he was like dripping out breadcrumbs for everybody. He had everyone just like waiting for him to finally make a fucking point, and he just wouldn't do it. He knew that he was going to be right eventually. He was like, I know this is ridiculous in the moment, but in 3 hours when I'm not on TV anymore, everyone's going to be standing up and applauding for me. And I did. I gave him a standing ovation.
Oh, yeah. His flow was incredible. He had everyone just waiting, like, what's next? What's next? And it's so funny because the entire Brian Windhorst, like, monologue that got memed to death in record time, it was pretty much like 24 hours and the memes were dead. He could have just saved all that breath and just been like, hey, just remember Danny Ainge is running the Jazz now. So he's just going to get the max amount of picks in the future, and he's just going to do this all again, which he did. I think the Wolves, like, including, you know, their pick this year for Walker Kessler, I think they gave up like 6 or 7 first-round picks. So it's essentially like the Jazz are just – and they're going to probably do the same thing with Donovan Mitchell, and it's just going to be the Jazz in like 8 to 10 years are going to be a problem. I'm calling it right now. Problem.
Yeah. The way that he strung it out though was so perfect. He like built up all this fucking tension, and he was like, "Watch what's going on in Utah." He was like the Alex Jones of the NBA. I loved it.
Yes. So all right. So KD, back to KD and his demand, which is he wants to play with 2 all-star players, all-star type players. Funniest places, Warriors would be the funniest. Thunder would also be funny, but they don't meet the 2 all-star threshold. I was looking it up. It would be very funny if he got traded to the Hornets, who have 2 all-stars in Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball. It'd be very funny if he got traded to the Knicks with Julius Randle and Derrick Rose, 2 all-stars. The Wizards have Bradley Beal and Porzingis. That's 2 all-stars.
Great team. Yeah, no, it's coming home for him. Bring it.
The Bulls have 4. The Bulls have a super team. They have 4 all-stars. They have Vooch, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Andre Drummond. That's a super team.
Him going to Chicago, the takes would be flying about Michael Jordan. It'd be great.
So good. So good.
I want one team to get all the bad vibes, guys. I want preferably the Lakers. I want them to go on. I want them to keep Russell. I know it's probably not possible with a salary cap. Maybe there's some creative ways. Maybe Les Snead can give him a talking to and be like, "Hey, here's how you can cheat at the salary cap." But I want Kyrie. I want Russell Westbrook on the same team. I want Chris Paul on the same. I want the biggest shit show of a franchise possible, just for the takes, because they would probably end up winning a ton of games because they're all super talented. But then the inevitable implosion, get James Harden on the team too.
Yep.
Get everybody there. I just want one centralized location of just nonstop drama and bullshittery.
I agree. It would be just put it all in one spot and let us just watch the shit show every single time. Other teams that could get traded to on the 2 all-star threshold, the Nuggets, Jokic, and they had just signed DeAndre Jordan. So that's 2 all-stars. I want one of these teams, like the Jazz still have Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell. The Pelicans have Zion and Ingram. The Pelicans actually would be unbelievable if they traded for him. CJ's never made an all-star game. So I went deep and I was looking up all the all-stars, but it would be I even got to the point where I was like, maybe you get traded to the Pistons because the Pistons just bought out Kemba Walker and Cade Cunningham will be an all-star eventually.
Future all-star.
Yeah, just imagine him getting traded to the Hornets and the Nets being like, "Well, you asked for 2 all-stars, so we gave you your request."
He probably meant current all-stars, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, he wants to win a championship. That's why he should go back to the Warriors, which would be the funniest thing that could happen in the NBA is Kevin Durant getting traded back to the Warriors. I don't even care if they won 3 in a row, but just watching him after Shaq did the whole you can't. There's bus drivers and bus passengers. If he just was a bus driver in Brooklyn for a year and a half and was actually, I kind of like just sitting maybe second row of the bus. That's way more fun.
It would be great if he went back to Golden State. That's why I am rooting for that because I've felt like in the last couple of years, KD has been inching closer and closer to he views his arch nemesis now as Stephen A. Smith. That's Correct. Who he's competing against every day. Every day he goes to work to prove that Stephen A. Smith is corny and doesn't know what he's talking about and is a waste of breath. The best thing he could ever do would be to go back to Golden State, win 2 more championships, retire, and be like, I'm happy with what I did and how I won. And Stephen A. Smith I did that knowing that Stephen A. Smith was going to come to work every day, ready to just unload that little mustache on me. And I'm fine with it. I'm secure enough in myself to go back to the Warriors and do it all again back here.
Yes. And it also, the Nets, the implosion of the Nets, I want them to keep both these guys just because I want to see it implode again because we've already gotten to watch it happen once now, or actually twice because the James Harden thing. But the stat that's been thrown around, which is just insane to think about, is that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant played 44 regular season games together. 44. They went to Brooklyn together. They picked each other. And they played 44 games together. You can tell that I've got some free time, vacation week. So I went down another rabbit hole with StatMuse, where you can search player A has played this many games with player B. I want to throw a couple out to you. People who have played more games together than Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who, again, they signed together in Brooklyn to become a super team, and they played 44 regular season games.
I bet, just off the top of my head, I bet you Shaq has played more than 44 games with probably 300 people.
There are a lot of Shaqs. The most notable Shaq I had out there that I looked up, LeBron and Shaq played 53 games together. Mm-hmm. Like these are pairings of all-stars that you just don't even think about. Steve Nash and Kobe played 48 games together. Scottie Pippen and Hakeem Olajuwon played 50 games together. These are all more than Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Gary Payton and Kobe Bryant played 65 games together. Here's a weird one. Tony Parker and Kemba Walker, they played 56 games together on the Hornets. Remember when Tony Parker finished his career on the Hornets? Hank, you'll like this one. John Wall and Paul Pierce. They played 71 games together.
Oh, yeah, on the Wiz.
71 games together. Patrick Ewing and Gary Payton played 76 games together on the Sonics. There's like so many. Horace Grant and Patrick Ewing played 62 games together on the Magic. There's all these weird combinations of guys who you never would think, like Vince Carter and Hakeem Olajuwon. They played 47 games together on the Raptors. You'd never think that. They played more games together than Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, who willingly chose to play together. Rasheed Wallace and Allen Iverson played 48 games together when AI went to the Pistons. There's like, it's just, I could do this all day of random pairings of all-stars that played together that beat Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who put together a super team, and they played 44 regular season games together.
What about Karl Malone? Karl Malone and Lamar Odom.
I could search out. Karl Malone played. So Karl Malone got. I was looking that up. I think he played like 41 games with Kobe and 40 games with Shaq. So it was close. I was trying to only do the ones that are more. Chris Webber and Allen Iverson played 99 games together. Melo and AI played 113 games together. That's like 3 careers of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. It's just. It's so crazy to think about when they signed there. And I know Kevin Durant was hurt the first year, but if you had said that when they brought that team together, like, because that was the big second act for both of those guys, and 44 games, and that's all they got.
Well, it's almost like super teams don't always work out. In the NFL, they never work out. Yes. Like, with the exception, I guess, we're proven of the last like 2 years, but besides like the most recent 2 years, which is completely undermining my point, it usually doesn't work out that well in the NFL, but in basketball it does. Well, but it's way funnier in basketball when it doesn't work out.
We're also seeing like the reverse side of these super teams, where it's not only the super team, but essentially the general manager and owner basically letting the players become the general manager and owner. Like, this is a situation where you heard it when Kyrie Irving was like, me and Kevin are going to sit down and figure this out wait, what about the GM and the owner? And LeBron, they won a title, but Jeannie Buss is tweeting about how she misses Kobe Bryant at like 1 a.m. So it's like, if you let players just run everything, it can backfire.
What do you think? Where do you think this leaves Ben Simmons? Like, is he just going to be the guy next year?
Well, PFT, good point, because what if Kevin Durant just gets traded back to the Nets? Because they have 3 all-stars, Blake Griffin, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons.
There you go.
So why not?
Ben Simmons definitely needs to be on the all bad vibes team. But
yes,
I was curious, like, it kind of sucks that we're not even going to get to see one game where it's Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD, just to see what that would have looked like.
Right, and we are going to get.
I agree.
We are going to maybe get the trade that got floated out there, Russell Westbrook to the Nets, which I think Russell Westbrook, Jake can look it up. I think he's going to maybe go for like one of the greatest accomplishments of all time, is signing a 5-year max and then playing it for a different team every single year, which would be incredible, because I think he's just like, I don't understand. There's never been a person who's had a contract that is deemed untradeable that gets traded more than Russell Westbrook.
I mean, he needs to play hardball. If you're Russell Westbrook at this point, just be like, send me to Tennessee, send me to Florida, or send me to Texas so that I can play. Just give me all the money that
he was on. Yeah, it was in Houston. Yeah, but imagine he gets traded back he gets traded to the Nets for Kyrie, and then Kevin Durant's like, they don't trade Kevin Durant, and we get Russ and Kevin Durant together again. Why not? Yeah. I'm rooting for chaos. I'm rooting for the exact same thing. I'm rooting for chaos and the stupidest, dumbest things to happen, because like, this is all of this league off seasons combined into one, where it's like no big free agents are out there, but we can get some really dumb combinations of trades.
You're forgetting about the Clippers, though. I'm gonna constantly remind everybody. You're forgetting about the Clippers. Guess who's back? That's right. They're gonna be good.
Yeah, as long as Kawhi plays, which he might not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, Kawhi's back this year.
Maybe.
It's Kawhi, PG, playoff P, John Wall, championship.
Yeah, I think they still have one or two of the Morris twins. I feel like they always have one of them, right?
They cycle him in and out. Pat Bev is probably going to make his way back there at some point.
Dude, how about Patrick Beverley? We defended the move of celebrating the Timberwolves like they had won the championship when they won the playing game, because we went through the Minnesota sadness, and it's really, really tragic to think of what's happened in that city. But it does make it so much funnier that Patrick Beverley is no longer on the Timberwolves after winning that play-in game. That is very, very funny.
He brought them a championship. Like that's a Minnesota championship.
Yeah,
they should honestly I hereby give full and complete permission to Minnesota to put a banner up saying play-in tournament champion.
Yes, just be the Colts. Works for them. What were you gonna say, Jake?
Yeah, so I'm looking for another person who's played 5 teams in 5 years, but he would be that 2019 Thunder, 2020 Rockets, 21 Wizards. Right now, Lakers, and next year if he goes somewhere else.
He just keeps getting traded. Everyone's like, "Ooh, that contract, that's terrible," and then they just trade him. It's great. I want it to happen. I want Kyrie to be back with LeBron, and I want Kevin Durant to be back with the Warriors.
It's just gonna be hilarious.
I want KD. I want KD on the Thunder.
Yeah, that would be funny too.
Ultimate redemption story.
Yeah.
To see LeBron going back into Big Brother mode on Kyrie would be a real treat for everybody.
Yeah, it would.
James Harden's on his 3rd team in 3 years. Obviously not the same, but yeah.
So it actually, Kevin Durant, like the rumors of where he's going to go, like the Celtics and the Heat are 2 of the teams that could offer what potentially would be like a good enough offer for the Nets. I'll start with you, Jake. Is he Heat culture?
Yeah, like I said last week, he keeps his head down in a literal form. But I think the tweeting is not really something Pat Riley would stand for, but it's KD, so he'll back off. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Do you think maybe Pat Riley would like pull up his tweets and be like, Kevin, before we trade for you, I just want to go through this and just maybe can you delete some of these?
He should send his tweets to Pat Riley for approval.
I'm sure that would go over well.
No, just have Udonis Haslem hold his phone.
Yeah.
And if he's got a really good tweet to put out, be like, "Yo, Udonis, here's what I'm going to say," and then let Haslem decide.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
And Hank, I mean, you don't want to break up the Celtics, do you?
I don't want to break up the Celtics. I do love KD though. He's always been one of my favorite players. It would be like. They would have to make a good trade, but I could definitely talk myself into it and be happy with it. But it's one of those things where it's just probably not necessary. We're so close with the team as is.
It is Kevin Durant.
Right, but it just depends what you have to give up.
Right.
Do you think that the Celtics would be worse with Kevin Durant?
It depends. You never know. They're 2 games away from winning the championship. Like if they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals, then technically that would mean yes, right?
But if the Celtics had Kevin Durant instead of Jaylen Brown, I think they win the title.
Yeah.
I don't know, Big Cat. They want Kevin Durant in the playoffs.
That's true.
How quickly we forget.
That is true. All right.
I'm just gonna say for the record, I'll take him on the Wizards if he wants to come home. I'll take him
on the Bulls. Absolutely. Like I said, four All-Stars, no big deal. The Andre Drummond, some like Windhorse meme were the Bulls signing Andre Drummond to further entice Kevin Durant, just more All-Stars for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's exactly what happened. Okay. Anything else in the sports world before we do hot seat, cool throne? We're baseball season. We're heavy baseball season.
We sure are.
Saw triple play. That was cool. The White Sox got triple played. I think it was actually the first. I think Tim Kurchin might have ejaculated because it was the first time there's been a triple play of that type that happened, which is crazy.
Every day you can go to the ballpark and see something you've never seen before. That's the beauty of baseball. O'Neal Cruz hit a home run that I think is still climbing. I don't think it's started to reach its apex yet.
I'm all in on O'Neal Cruz. He's my I want O'Neal Cruz to become the best player of all time and be like, yeah, remember when he was on my cool throne in 2022 and that would be it. That would be I'll just be like, yep, that's it. I was able to see a prospect, even though everyone knew about him. I was able to see him before everyone else because he's on the Pirates. And he happened to play the Cubs one night.
When you started talking about him, I was like, wait, is that guy that had that sweet-ass whip motion throw across the infield? And I was like, that guy's an awesome shortstop, even though I'd never seen him before.
Yeah.
We've got an eye for talent when
it
comes to seam. We're seam heads on this show.
We're basically Billy Bean. Like, I saw him one game against the Cubs, and I was like, this guy's a Major League Baseball player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's realignment going on right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
More realignment. Pac-12
yeah.
looks like it's going to get halfway absorbed into the Big 12. And they just need to do away with the numbers entirely at this point. Like, you're not going to be the Big 12. You're not the Big 10 any longer. Think of something else. Either change your numbers to mean what they say, or just get rid of them altogether. Because now it's going to be like 18 teams maybe in the Big 12. And if you're going to do 18 teams, you should just do 20 teams, and you should divide it into conferences, and then have a 2-round conference championship tournament. We have a semifinal against 2 divisions, and then a final championship game to determine the winner of that conference. Just do 20 teams.
Well, I disagree with I think the Big Ten should keep their name forever, and I hope it gets to like 30 teams because that would be funny. And like, why would they change now? It's been 14 teams forever, and they've still have been the Big Ten, and now it's 16. I do agree though. Like, it feels like we're just going to end up with, and I know everyone's upset, and I get it because we talked about this on Thursday. It sucks to lose like certain brands of football. I love the different conferences and their different feels. But it does feel like we're going to end up with the SEC and the Big Ten, and it's just going to be like AFC, NFC. And you play, like, if they both end up with 24 teams, then you just have divisions of 6 teams. You play your division every year, and then you play a different division. And then you have a semifinal and a playoff in the Big Ten, and then you have a semifinal and a playoff in the SEC, and then those 2 teams play each other, and we call it the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what's so perfect about doing, like, breaking these down into having semifinals and finals. Like, listen, we know that we love football. Professional football has, in my opinion, the best postseason. I know you guys like bowl games, which I do too, but NFL postseason is amazing. Just do that format in college football. Everybody, the whole hand wringing for the last 20 years, like, oh, I don't know if the fans are going to want a playoff. Fuck you. Yes, we do want a playoff. It would be incredible. There's literally no downside to having a playoff. Division 1 AA, now FCS, they figured it out a long time ago. They're able to do a playoff. It fucking kicks ass.
Correct.
Do it at the highest level. Like, we're going to love it. Stop pretending that we're not going to like it, because we will.
And then do it. Have the Big Ten and the SEC be the 2 mega conferences, and have every other conference combine into a different league that plays for a playoff as well. And then we have relegation, and we're fine. How electric would that be? If you're like, if you're an Oklahoma State fan, and you're like, hey, if we win this other mega conference, we're now in the SEC. And then you kick out. I mean, like, the Vandies of the world would just be gone forever. They just drop and never come back. But it'd be great to watch and have, like, those, like, if you want the argument about college football, which I always agree with, is like, it does feel like every game matters because one loss would kind of kick you out of the playoff. So why not have every game matter where a few losses kicks you out of the top division?
You know what I've been thinking? Like, what if there was that relegation? And to use your Oklahoma State analogy, what if Oklahoma State could beat Oklahoma and force Oklahoma to be relegated while Oklahoma State got moved up into, like, the SEC? How sweet of an occasion would that be for the alumni of that school and for the students to do the worst, like, put your most hated rival in the most misery possible because of a football game.
Right.
That's what sports is about.
And they would still play big time football the next year because they'd just be in like, basically a division of everyone who got left out of the ACC, Big 12, and Pac 12. Like, those are some really good teams still. And I don't know. I feel like it would be weird, but I think it would work and it would be fun. We're going to have Andy Staples on Monday's show. to break it all down. But I'm also thinking the big news is, like, I think Notre Dame finally, after forever, is going to have to join the Big Ten, which I'm excited
I don't think
for.
they are. I don't think they are, because there's going to be a ton of money thrown at them. There's going to be so much money, but Notre Dame absolutely loves having the power.
Of course.
Like, we're going to play our own schedule. We're going to pick our opponents in the weeks that we want them, and our brand is big enough that it's actually good that we're able to do this. I don't think they need to be in a conference, which it's one of those quirks about college football that, like, it makes no sense, and it might not be the fairest way to do it, but it's just kind of like college football is a sport that has largely been like, this is the way that it's always been done. And that's why it is the way that it is right now. That's kind of their explanation for everything. And they used to be able to just get away with it all the time. But now there's just too much money, and the realignment is forcing people's hands to actually have to make progressive changes. But with Notre Dame, they can just be like, no, you know what? I think I'm good. I think, this is the way we've always done it, so that's the way we're going to do it.
But if it becomes – so the reason – the alternate side of it is Notre Dame has always stayed out because of money in TV. Now the money in TV has become like the Big Ten or the SEC can offer more money and more TV than Notre Dame on their own can. That's just like a fact. They are the new TV deal that the Big Ten is going to do is going to fucking be insane. And if the Big Ten and SEC are the only two mega conferences, they then get to decide the playoff, and they could just be like, you guys aren't invited. Like, Notre Dame, you're not invited because you're not in our conference. Like, you know what I mean? They hold that power, where I think Notre Dame will eventually have to just be like, all right. And it always has made sense for them to be in the Big Ten. It would be great. They already have rivalries with like half of the Big Ten. So why not do it? Actually, they have rivalries with all the Big Ten now because USC's in it. All the all we got to do is add Navy to the fucking Big Ten, and then Notre Dame can't be like, no, we lose our rivalry games.
If it gets to that point where it's like you have to be in the Big Ten to make the playoff, then yes, that's right. What will make
that's what
Notre
I think is
Dame.
Going to happen.
But they might do that bullshit thing that they did a couple years ago, where they're like, you know what, we're going to consider ourselves part of the ACC for a year, like that whole thing. Like, we're going to play an ACC schedule. They could do something like that, but I think that they have turned down more money before.
Yeah, but this is going to be insane money, and I just think that this is like, if I had to bet right now, in the next 5 years, I think Notre Dame will be in the Big Ten.
If the conferences get into some sort of a playoff format that would make it like a necessity to be in the Big Ten, then yes, they'll do it. Besides that, I'll take over 5 years.
Okay, I think they would do it even without that stipulation. I think it's like everything's changing so rapidly, and the money's getting so ridiculous that I think it's going to end up being they're just going to have to do it. And it will be great. It's like such a natural fit. You know what I mean? It's when everyone's saying like, how are we going to do the USC and UCLA? There's all the way on the West Coast. Fucking Notre Dame's in Indiana. Like, they should be in the Big Ten. It makes sense.
Yeah. How do you think Bill Walton's taking the news?
Not well.
Conference of Champions.
I should say, has he heard the news yet?
I think he's heard the news.
Because he's in off-season mode, so he might not have heard the news. He could have just not heard it.
He definitely has, like, his wife probably has, like, Google alerts set up for anything just related to the Pac-12.
Yeah, just like, Bill, did you hear this? And then he needs a moment.
Now,
the
question is, I don't think the question is has Bill Walton heard the news yet? The question is, has Bill Walton forgotten the news yet?
Correct. He probably has absorbed it and then released it out into the world.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's all one song. Okay, let's get to Hot Seat Cool Throne. We have Billy Mitchell, one of the greatest heels of all time, coming up in studio. Hot Seat Cool Throne is brought to you by our friends at Chevy, the most durable, reliable vehicle on the road. Silverado is as strong and dependable as the people who drive them. Chevy Silverado, modern and advanced, with a ton of grit, a partner in getting things done, especially when it comes to the heart and soul of a pickup truck, the bed. Because with Silverado, you get the most functional bed of any competitor, best-in-class standard cargo volume, inner gate folds to a large step for easy getting in and out of the bed, available industry-first power-up down tailgate, or the available multi-flex tailgate we've been telling you about with 6 convenient configurations. All this makes the bed of the Silverado work harder and smarter. It's truck season. Summer is truck season. Whether you're tailgating, whether you're bringing the boat to the lake, whether you're in the Jersey Shore and you have a great Chevy Silverado like PFT that has Joey and Pat all over it, Chevy Silverado is the greatest truck ever. It's strong, advanced, dependable, and hardworking. So thank you to our friends at Chevy Silverado. Go to a Chevy Silverado dealership right now whisper PMT in their ear, $100 off your Chevy Silverado and a free tank of gas, which, I mean, that's like $200 now, and a cup of coffee, all because you listen to this show and you know that Chevy Silverado makes the best trucks ever. Okay. Hot seat, cool throne, Hank.
My hot seat is Drew Lock.
Oh yeah.
Sports Center, the account tweeted a tennis clip and just said this was cold-blooded. A Twitter account named Seahawks fan for life, Seahawks fan 2314, just replied to it as in a trolly way, said not a sport. And then the U.S. Open verified tennis account replied to that guy and says, not a sport, says the person about to watch 17 games of Drew Lock at QB, which went viral, and then everyone was just roasting Drew Lock. So Drew Lock was just his working out off-season, summer, probably doing his thing, and then just had to realize that he was trending on Twitter and everyone was just destroying him. Like just a tough time. You never sometimes it's deserved, but when it's undeserved like that, I almost feel bad.
That's what happens when you come after the sport of tennis.
Oh, yeah. Stop it, Jake.
Wow.
It is so much worse, the fact that it was a tennis account.
Yeah. Did you see the Ricochet virality? How basically the internet works. If one thing of this type of joke goes viral, people are like, let me just make it in a different format. And it's just guys keep saying they want football to be back, and this is what they're missing. And it's a screen grab of the Bears game where it's like punt, fumble, interception, punt. And I've just ignored it, but because I really like, if you're going to do that, do the Seahawks game when Jimmy Clausen started and John Fox punted like 12 times in a row. Do that. Like at least use the correct Bears game for something like this. But I hate those Ricochet viral moments where it's like, you did this tweet because the U.S. Open went viral. That's the only reason.
Yeah, there are a few players that you can like call your Ricochet virality off. Like when Drew Lock goes viral, probably what was he rapping on the sidelines?
I don't know.
When he reached his
Young
peak as a
Jeezy.
Quarterback. Young Jeezy.
Put on for my city.
Yeah, when Drew Lock goes viral, like Young Jeezy is probably going to be going viral shortly thereafter.
Tua as well.
That's a great clip.
Tua's always a Ricochet virality moment, like waiting to happen, where like someone just throws something. Actually, Tua gets it both ways, because I saw like there was one where this woman threw a bomb at a tailgate, and they're like, just got signed to the Dolphins because Tua can't throw deep. Or if someone like misses something easily, they're like, looks like Tua out there. So Tua just gets it every day.
Yeah, Tua's a big one. Carson Wentz is unfortunately, sad to say, one of those guys too.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of the ricochet shot. Kirk Cousins also. Listen, we talk more shit about Kirk Cousins than anyone. It's all completely deserved. But I'd say like him and Derek Carr are the other ones that anytime somebody does something bad, they're going to go viral. And
I imagine them like Derek Carr sees like Drew Lock going viral. It's like, oh fuck, I'm next. This sucks. They're going after us now.
Derek Carr probably blocks Drew Lock in advance to try to prevent going viral.
Yeah.
Does he block you? He blocks like everybody.
I don't think he blocks me. But yeah, it is funny to see the ricochet, because the Bears as a franchise always get the ricochet off of any of these. And then it's just certain players. Once the internet has some blood for like, ooh, we can get retweets on making fun of this quarterback, it's open season for a while.
Also, no Deshaun Watson news still either.
Yeah, weird. Something's happening there.
We did report it though. Yeah. So
right.
Yeah. Follow the leaks. All right, your cool throne, Hank?
My cool throne is just us, society, the world, everything. I don't know if you guys saw this headline, but it's concerning.
Yeah,
which one?
Humanity.
The world's largest particle accelerator, CERN, is turning back on today at unprecedented levels. Many believe a portal to another dimension is going to be opened.
Shit.
So they're doing it. Yeah, like they're doing it. The thing looks like it's straight out of a movie. It's like a big like fucking laser beam blaster into another portal.
This is
kind
what
of
happened.
exciting.
It's summer of 2016, Hank. This is what stopped the world and made everything after that a simulation. So this might just be the reset button. We might be going back to the summer of 2016.
That thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
We're running it back. You're going to wake up tomorrow morning and you're going to be playing Dimmy with the boys. You're going to have the Harambe shirts everywhere. It's going to be great. Hank's going to be living his best life. But you're going to get demoted. You're no longer going to be CEO.
True.
That's true, but it'd probably be worth it, I think.
Yeah, trade it all. Just go back to the life you had.
Trade it all. Be back in summer 2016 again.
Trade it all for you to be the one who falls asleep on Pardon My Take Zoom calls.
Well, that's summer 2016. I was doing that. Yeah. People forget.
Okay.
I just didn't have my camera on.
PFT, your hot seat cool throne.
Yeah, no. Hank had my hot seat. Humanity. He nailed it. I didn't think that Hank was going to be dropping CERN Large Particle Collider references on Pardon My Take, but this is where we are as a unit. My cool throne is Words of Wisdom.
I love large particle collectors. Accelerators.
Colliders. My cool throne is Words of Wisdom. So I am at a beach house here in the Jersey Shore this summer. Big Cat alluded to the big gay truck I've got parked outside, which is phenomenal. And in this house, the person that decorated this house probably had an operating budget of, I'd say, like $200,000-$300,000 to exclusively spend on like stuff that you hang on the wall from Target or Home Goods. And it's just everywhere. So I wrote down some of the sayings that I've just noticed in the first like 2 days I've been in the house. People disappoint. Chocolate is eternal.
Facts.
So true. Keep calm and eat a cookie.
Also facts.
So
I'm
true.
sensing a trend.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff like that. There's you'll like this one, Big Cat. A cup of coffee solves everything. Here's another one.
Absolute fact.
My brain has too many tabs open.
Ooh,
it's so true.
That's good. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
no, these are good. And then life is what you make it, but then under make it, it's got instructions on how to make a margarita.
Ooh,
it's so true.
I like that.
So
one.
like there's literally too much truth in this house. It's like every wall, and I'm just scratching the surface on this. Every wall has at least like 3 different signs hanging off it that somebody saw at Target and they're like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's precious.
Yes.
And so I guess I'm just going to be the most enlightened human being after I'm done living in this house for the summer. But I'm very excited to keep uncovering all the different sayings they have up. So I'll keep chronicling those as they show themselves to me in this house.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, my hot seat. So Friday we're going to do 3-hour Dungeons and Dragons with Tim Woods. So get ready for that. So we're not going to have a fire fest. So and this is really just something that needs to be discussed. My hot seat is Liam Bubba. Last night we were on the group text, yucking it up, having some fun, talking with the boys. And Bubba then sent back 4 screenshots of the group text by accident. So yeah, I don't know what to think at this point because whenever someone accidentally sends you a screenshot of a conversation, it's like, so who were they sharing it with? Who is this supposed to go to? Because it clearly wasn't supposed to go to us. And it's bad times for Bubba right now. He's on my hot seat.
I do have a folder of just funny texts, so that's where it was going to. I did delete it because I was like, I don't want that to happen again. So yeah.
What kind of other fun texts from the guys were in the fun text folder?
There's a bunch of there was like a lot of old videos and shit that we had.
And you just deleted all of them, so like we can't even see them now.
Correct. Because I was
because he didn't want this to happen again.
Yes.
Okay.
And I may or may not have been talking in these text messages about doing cocaine. So,
Why would I send that to somebody?
You should ask yourself that.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not lying, but
I think this is a very relatable thing that people have either done themselves or had it happen to them, where someone accidentally sends back a screenshot of your conversation, and you're just like, "Uh-oh, where's this supposed to go?"
There was a moment. It was actually probably like 5 minutes after he sent those back, and Big Cat and me were both like, what is this? That I just started to sweat thinking about being in Liam's position and imagining what he's going through. And it was like, it made me feel awkward. I was hanging out with my friends here, and I was feeling awkward for Liam, who's probably just staring at his phone.
Yes.
Hundreds of miles away, trying to figure out how to get his way out of this one.
And we did like a mean, Stella's barking, but we did the mean thing, but it wasn't intentional. It was just like, that's the end of the conversation. We didn't text for the rest of the night. Like we just stopped. So it was like even worse for him because he was just sitting there like, oh, they stopped texting after this. So because we knew the cops were on the block.
Yeah, well, we had some good jokes going, obviously, and that's why it was getting saved to the PMT funny chat moments file that he's got. I feel good though because, like, yeah, Big Cat, you were I was talking about not doing coke, so I'm coming out smelling like roses on this one.
Yes.
Me too.
Oh man. Okay. Well, it needed to be addressed. I think we all agreed that it had to be said.
I mean, I knew I would get roasted. I must have forgotten how to use my phone in a just being drunk for 5 days in a row. I had a worse one doing that. I sent a girl's Instagram story and to her on accident and said, "This girl's the worst person on the planet."
Oh no! Oh my god,
Liam!
I don't care.
You need to have somebody else hold. You need to have Udonis Haslam hang on to your phone for you. Yeah. Because that's a pretty bad couple days of phone management on your part.
Jesus.
Also, Bubba, dude, what you should do is you should just relabel all of our names in the group chat as other people's names in this group chat, so it looks like Billy sent the text about cocaine and not Big Cat, and then you can publish it.
It wasn't being published, but I mean, I understand.
Listen, I'll defend you in this respect. That what we were talking about was 4th of July being on a Monday.
It was fun.
4th of July being on a Monday is like it's a gauntlet for anyone who's partying because it's basically you have to start on Friday and you go all like when 4th of July is on a Wednesday or a Thursday and it's the start of the partying. You can but Monday rolled around and everyone I think was like, well, we got to keep partying. It's 4th of July, even though it's been 3 days. So it's definitely a tough time. Yeah.
You were like, what time are we recording tomorrow? And I was like, I'm so excited to not drink tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about 3-day weekends. I think all 3-day weekends should be Friday off. It should not be tack on a Monday because people forget that when you're drinking on that Monday, like that's your Sunday. More normal people don't go out and get loaded on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening if they have to work all week. They forced our hand into doing that this time. And yeah, I just can't. I personally can't get drunk anymore. I just get tired. After
also
like 10 beers, I just want to fall asleep.
Yeah, and a PSA. We've said this before. We're not going to judge anyone who does anything, but just do make sure you get your drugs tested because it's fucked up right now. So that's just a
cocaine is bad. So don't do it.
An extra PSA.
I'll say it.
I'm not gonna judge anyone for doing anything, but just do make sure you're safe, please.
I will. I'll judge you.
Okay.
I will not judge you.
Yeah, I will not throw rocks from a glass house. I will just say instead, please get your powders tested.
Hank's right. If you do have some leftover that's been tested, cocaine's not good. Give it to me. No questions asked.
Yeah. But only the tested kind. All right, my cool throne is buying an extra bag of chips, or as the Wall Street Journal said, pack of chips. There was I don't know if you guys saw this. Wall Street Journal had a story, and so I'm not laughing at the fact that inflation is crazy and people are struggling right now because obviously that's fucked up. I'm laughing at the fact that it looked like an Onion article from the Wall Street Journal. It was a guy sitting next to a lake, kind of like sitting down sadly, and it said, unable or willing to stomach higher prices, many Americans are skipping some extra purchases and outings, even the smallest luxuries. And then in quotes, I kind of second guess if I really need to get this extra pack of chips. So always buy the extra bag of chips. It's bag, not pack. Nice job, Wall Street Journal. You're fucking narcs. But times are tough, but the extra bag of chips you'll never be like, I shouldn't have bought this extra bag of chips. There's a lot of things that you would regret buying. An extra bag of chips is never one of them, ever.
Yeah. There's certain things that you can eliminate from your budget and you'll be fine. Like maybe take like one step down in terms of the type of liquor that you buy. You don't have to go top shelf, go mid shelf, or if you're mid shelf, go a little bit lower. Just no more condoms. We're not doing condoms anymore. That's an easy way to mark down right there. But when it comes to the chips, like the small pleasures in life, they're actually they far outweigh their value. Like how much does that extra bag of chips cost? Pack. It's probably $1.99, depending on like if we're talking about big thing of Tostitos or we're talking about like a thing of Doritos, like $1.99 to $3.99, something like that. The amount of joy that you get out of those like $2 to $5, it's worth hundreds. It really is.
Immeasurable.
Like it's the small things in life are worth more than the big things sometimes.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe just buy a really good chip clip, because those, like if you get a good chip clip, you can buy all the chips because then you can keep them fresh. So just do that. That's the smart economic move here, is don't skip the extra bag of chips. Just get something that seals them and then always get the extra bag of chips. And then you got chips for days.
And let's bring back
or just get one
gas
bag and have it be the biggest bag.
Yeah, huge bag.
Because then it's technically just one bag.
Mondo bag.
What if you get a giant bag and you go into the store and then you fill it up with like smaller bags of chips, but as you're walking out, you're like, no, it's open. I brought this bag in with me. Just bring back stealing in general. Siphoning gas from your neighbors. Whoever has the nicest car on the block, go steal some of their gas out.
But be careful. But be careful, because I don't know if I ever told this story. The gas comes out really fast because I have siphoned gas before and I drank a lot of gas. It comes out really, really fast. Way faster than you think. Way, way faster. That's just a fact. If you start the suction, it's coming fast.
Bonk.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. All right, Jake, finish us off. Hot seat, cool throw before we get to Billy Mitchell.
My hot seat is Fenway Park. So 2 weeks from now, we have the Captain documentary beginning, and they put a giant billboard on Fenway Park of Derek Jeter. Wow. Talk about irony.
Also, what was that Red Sox player who said Wrigley's just stock and I can't even remember, because I was trying my best to just be offline as much as possible, but there was like a Red Sox player that just bashed Wrigley for no reason. What was that, Hank? Did you see that?
I couldn't tell you. No, I did not.
I don't know.
He was probably talking about Bryce Harper's dog.
It was one of the pitchers, and he got like lit up, and he's like, yeah, it's just a regular ballpark. It's like, okay, cool. Like, we know you're lying, but that's okay.
I do think that it is
Wrigley and Fenway are in a league of their own.
Right. There's no reason to bash one of them just because you had a bad outing.
That's kind of relatable, though.
Yeah. Okay.
It is disrespectful, though, that there's a giant Jeter poster on Fenway.
It's competitive.
Park.
Yeah, the Jeter poster is funny because it is very, very out there. And by the way, can we just this Jeter documentary is going to be the most boring documentary of all time?
Yeah.
Because he's going to.
I'm out. Documentaries that are made by the people just suck.
But
it's propaganda.
But Jeter's going
to. If King of Kong was made by Billy Mitchell, he wouldn't be the villain. You know what I mean?
True.
Because he would make himself look cool. But when you need to have a neutral third party director for these documentaries, or else they're all the same.
And it's also Derek Jeter is going to do that thing where he's like, you guys, I was famously private. I never let anyone into my inner circle. Now I'm going to, and it's just not going to be anything because he's still going to be private. Like, someone as private as Derek Jeter doesn't all of a sudden say, let me tell you every story. It's just not going to happen. So I'm already out. Yeah. I'm out on that.
Hank, I agree with you
100%. Young girls and stuff. He's not going to talk about the good stuff.
I agree with Hank 100%. When it comes to all-time great athletes,
let's be honest.
No, when it comes to all-time great athletes in their sports, if they're doing a documentary or a series documentary about themselves and how they're going through, their the end of their career, transition to the next element, it is bullshit when it's made and produced by the person that it's about. I agree with you, Hank. So, have you watched Tom versus Time?
Yeah, I have, and it was a little bit. I don't know. It wasn't. That's a main reason of this point that I'm making. I think a Tom Brady documentary that was made by someone where he didn't have as much control would probably be a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's I think there's a lot. I think a lot of it's not just Tom versus Time. There's I'm a doc head myself, and they're just not as good when they're made by produced and all that stuff by the person.
Yeah, that was which one did it for me is the Chris Carton one. Remember when Chris Carton had a documentary? It's I want to hear like the real stories, and it was not. And it was just like, okay, this isn't as fun as I thought. So that's why I'm Derek Jeter. You're out. You're fired.
Yeah, I have the quote, by the way. It was meme sent. That's Josh Winkowski, who's a pitcher. A little underwhelming on Wrigley Field. Fenway has a presence to it. I really didn't get that here, to be honest. I said to my mom last night, this place is very stock standard.
Yeah, stock standard. That's what it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. It's a national landmark. It's a national landmark. I agree with Hank though. Like if he just the next day was like, "Hey, I was mad." I'd like who among us hasn't lashed out in times of passion?
That was like the Phillies player a few months ago, right? Was it Alec Boehm or someone flicked off the
he was like, fuck this place or something.
Yeah. And then he admitted it and he was like, I was mad. It was a passion moment. It's like, dude, I love that. That's exactly what it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, and your cool throne?
My cool throne is the wild meter. We have a few notable ones over the weekend.
Oh, boy.
First off, Buddy and Jimmy Boeheim are both on the Pistons Summer League roster. So
why? Wild.
It continues. And then this morning, the Sharks hired – what?
I was just going to say, is that a favor that they're doing to Jim Boeheim?
I don't know.
No, I mean, it's wild, PFT. Come on.
Yeah, Buddy signed a two-way, so – the San Jose Sharks hired Mike Greer, whose older brother is Chris Greer. So now the Sharks and the Dolphins GMs are brothers, and they both are in the ocean.
Wow. Wild.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So, whoa.
Yeah.
The wet boys.
I'm trying to think of any other ocean animals that are pro sports teams.
Marlins.
Their next GM is going to be a Greer.
Wow.
Okay.
There we go.
The Kraken.
Yeah, I was thinking the Kraken too.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
We'll see.
Wild. That is wild. Okay. Thank you, Jake. That was
Lakers
great.
are made out of water.
Yeah. The Whalers
R.I.P.
killed whales that were in water.
Yeah. Then they became the Hurricanes, which are made out of water.
Yep. That's true. That's a fact.
That's wild.
That is wild. Okay, let's get to Billy Mitchell. I've never been alpha more in an interview than I was with Billy Mitchell, just because his presence is incredible. But yeah, I think people are going to really like this interview. And again, if you haven't seen King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters, we're not just saying this because we personally like it. I actually think that if you look at like any documentary list, it's a top 10 documentary of all time. It's like it's frozen in time. Something that you'll never be able to replicate. So definitely watch it and enjoy the Billy Mitchell interview. Before we do that, PFT, you had a quick word.
Yeah, before we get to Billy Mitchell, I want to talk to you guys about iTrust. By now, you've probably heard all about cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. You might even already be investing in them. But did you know that you can invest in cryptocurrencies through your retirement account? That's right. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies from a crypto IRA and get all the same tax advantages as a traditional IRA. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in over 24 of the most popular cryptocurrencies. And unlike the stock market, you can buy and sell 24 hours a day. The iTrust Capital platform is easy to use. It only takes a few minutes to create that account. Setting up an IRA is free, and iTrust fees are low. It's time to start taking control of your financial future. With iTrust Capital, you can get all the tax benefits of a retirement account while investing in crypto. Visit itrust.capital/take to start investing today. That's itrust.capital/take. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment with risk of loss. iTrust Capital Inc. does not provide legal, investment, or tax advice. Consult with a qualified legal, investment, or tax professional. And now here's Billy Mitchell.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. We are right now in the presence of greatness. Not only one of the greatest video game players of all time, but one of the greatest villains of all time.
You got that right.
And it is Billy Mitchell. And from, you might know him from King of Kong's Fistful of Quarters or his hot sauce. But he came in with a huge box and he started to open. I said, Billy, stop. Let's do this on the podcast. I want everyone, all the listeners and the people watching on YouTube to get the full Billy Mitchell experience, because I'd imagine the full Billy Mitchell experience is unlike any other experience in the entire world. Fair to say?
I'd say that's absolute gospel.
Okay, yes. All right, so go ahead. Proceed with the box, and then we'll do the interview.
Well, I'm the kind of guy, we've talked about coming here for a long time.
Yep. Yeah.
I've even had people make comments on social media. Oh, you got to go on there. I thought, why did they suggest I go on there? I guess you guys have been talking about it for a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, we reviewed the documentary on the show, I think, last year. Speaking for myself and Big Cat, I don't know about these guys, but we were introduced to you in like mid-2000s, around when the documentary came out. But we did a big, during quarantine, we reviewed King of Kong and introduced some of our listeners to it. And ever since then, they've been demanding Billy Mitchell on the show.
We're just fans of you and everything that comes with you.
Well, with that information coming to me, I did some teasers of my own. Maybe you know or maybe you don't know that I happened to put together a bottle and I sent it to Dave, a Barstool hot sauce, and I just sent it. No contact information, no anything, no nothing, no hello, no goodbye, anything. And then maybe a week later, somebody forwards me something on one of your social medias where he opened it up and said, wow, that's cool. And that was all.
Now, do you do that often? Is it like, The Godfather, a horse head in the bed? You just like, whether it's an enemy or someone that you're friendly with, you just send them a hot sauce bottle and nothing. No return address, no name, nothing.
Yeah, rarely is it friendly, but yes, I do.
I like that.
Just like buzzing their tower. Let them know that you're there.
Yeah, you're watching. You have their address.
And then the next encounter, we were supposed to do a pizza review in Fort Lauderdale, and the day before it was to happen, he had an emergency he had to run. So that really did happen. But the most outrageous thing was I was at a place in Fort Lauderdale called Glitch, and I was doing a perfect game. And
what do you mean when you say you were doing a perfect game?
I was playing Pac-Man. I was making an attempt at doing a perfect score.
Okay. And
I did achieve it, and when I was done, I was told that there was a guy doing a pizza review next door. The buildings are attached to each other. He was, I don't know, 100 feet away or 100 yards away. And so then we checked on your social media, and he did it right there while I was playing the game. He did his pizza review.
Incredible.
So we came that close to cross the
history
paths.
right there in the same 100 feet of Florida strip mall.
It's almost too much alpha for one strip mall.
Okay, so what do we have in the box? You just opened the box.
Where shall we start?
Oh,
wow.
I want that.
Oh, wow.
Let's put that here.
Oh, he put the belt on his shoulder. What does it say?
Well, that's when I went down to Australia for the Kong Off World Championship.
2019 Australian Kong Off champion.
Now, there's great people there, great guys there, and I gave him an ass whipping.
Yeah, was it even close? Was there anyone even close?
There's great players there. However, it goes down to a group of 16, just like March Madness. Mm-hmm. The first guy I had to play was a friend, and he was a cream puff.
Yeah, come on.
The next guy I had to play was really, really good. He actually won it last year. His name was Andrew. So now, brace yourself here. You're really going to think a little of me. The next guy I had to face off against was my son.
Oh, really?
But that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
that
we're down to the final four, and I got to play my son. And I'm thinking, like, can't we change this around a little bit?
Yeah, did you wax him, though?
No, so I says to him, I go, he's good. But I says to him, I go, hey, I'll let you win. You can beat these guys. He goes, you better not. I mean, my son's a soldier, so there was no – I played. I had a good game. He didn't. I won. So then we went down to the final championship against a guy named Shane, a great guy, and yes, I won.
Love it.
That's kind of great, though, that your lineage is 50% of the Final Four.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
When you say soldier, he's in the U.S. military.
Yes, he's a graduate of West Point.
Got it. Okay, all right.
So,
because it's tough when video games get involved. We have a guy around here who pretends that he's a soldier because he plays Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when someone says, what do you do for a living? Oh, hi, Billy. I'm a model. Where do you model? Instagram.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. Whoa, these are cool. All right, these are part of my take. Mouse pads. Love that.
Incredible.
Did you make that yourself? Do you make those yourself?
Well, me and my team.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. Just tossing them around.
Then the other one, for what we're set up here to do, so there's 12 podcasters, 2 teams of 6, and we're going to see who does what.
Love it. Who are you teamed up with, PFT?
I actually have no idea.
Oh, here it is.
So anyway, we got a
and Billy.
A whole bunch of these.
I wasn't asked to do it.
Wonderful.
Just to put the heat on you guys, I got so many, you could actually give some away to the audience.
Ooh,
okay.
Look at this.
Yeah, for sure.
That's never gonna happen. But
Now,
I appreciate that.
Billy, I've got kind of a wide open
We'll
question
auction them
here.
off.
Yeah.
Have you always been a winner
Yes.
at everything?
Yes, I always win. Always.
Always?
Like even when you were a little
Always.
kid, do you remember the first time you won something?
No.
But you just remember like always, it was always very important
When
to
I
you.
say that I always win, always, 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 for example, I came here. Okay, I come prepared. Whether I do a good podcast or not, I'm going to win because I've made the right effort. I've made the right impression. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I win. I'll go out to eat with somebody and they want to pay the bill or I want to pay the bill. I already made arrangements ahead of time with the maitre d'. The bill's already paid. I always win.
Step ahead.
Got it.
So
When was the last time you didn't win something?
an argument with my wife.
Yeah.
I never win.
That's smart. Yeah. That's humble pie, though.
No, but when I go places, there's great players. I can't tell you how many times I've squared off against other guys that are great, say at Donkey Kong. I mean, they have a good day and I have a bad day. It happens. But I always walk away with the experience, absolutely experience of a winner. I'm always happy for the guy that won. I always, shake hands and have the right effect and things like that.
Now, on your best day, can anyone touch Billy Mitchell?
Well, overall,
Yeah.
no, but that's on my best day.
Right.
On their best day, I'd have a tough time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What current records do you hold?
Current.
Yes.
That's a tough one. Well, let's start with Pac-Man. I was the first one to do a perfect score.
Right.
And what's absolutely gorgeous about that is other people can do it. Friends can play. We can learn. We can teach. We can have fun. They can do it, but they're simply repeating what I already did.
Right. There's only one man who stepped on the moon first.
Right.
Right.
So it's fun being Neil Armstrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else? Any other ones? Ooh, that's cool.
That's
a
nice
very
poster,
cool
yeah.
poster.
The Barstool Arcade Classic Championship. Is there one record that you have that is, the one that you're most proud of?
Oh, absolutely. It would be the perfect Pac-Man because, again, it remains infinite. And that's the one that brought me to Japan. That's the one that put me on stage at the Tokyo Game Show. And it was at that point, I would say, that I started appearing or I'd be somewhere in public. 6 out of 7 days, somebody would come up and say, I know you. I know you.
Yeah.
After the movie came out, it went to 7 out of 7. There hasn't been a day in many, many years that I walk outside somewhere or I'm in the public that people don't.
You're a legend.
Right.
And you've got a distinct look, too.
No.
Is so you're going double American flag there with the tie and the pocket square. Mm-hmm. Is this your everyday outfit that you wear around?
This is the only outfit I have. I wear this to bed.
Love it. Inspector Gadget just going through the the closet and everything's the same. Now,
No. Well, the truth is I have a lot of different patriotic ties. Mm-hmm. I have West Point tie. I have regular ties, too. I know that's hard to believe. But, I mean, I go somewhere, I meet people or I visit people. It's difficult for me not to go and be respectful to present myself as best I can. I go to a convention. People pay money. They go in the convention. They go there to say hi. And what? I would go there and sit around or be lazy or not give my best performance.
I would be disappointed
always...
if I paid money for a convention and Billy Mitchell was there and he was wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want the full experience.
You're giving your best.
Yeah. Since this is part of my take, since you guys are sports guys, who did I learn this from? That you go somewhere, people pay money to see you, and if they pay money to see you, you go there, you dress your best, you present your best, you give your best foot forward, your best attitude.
That would be our colleague, Deion Sanders.
Close.
What?
As a kid, I heard that something like that said.
You look good, you play good?
From Tom Landry.
Oh, Tom
okay.
Landry with the hat.
And he always had the suit.
All-time football guy.
Yeah.
So I learned that as a kid, and it always stuck with me. And so, believe me, contrary to popular belief, I dress very normally at times, but not when I'm trying to be in persona.
Right. So you mentioned there 6 out of 7 days you get recognized, and then when the documentary, which if you haven't seen, go watch it, King of Kong's Fistful of Quarters, one of the greatest documentaries of all time. That is not an exaggeration. That's just a fact. So you said that you got recognized 7 out of 7 days.
Right.
Have there been any negative interactions? Are people, you are a villain, and I think you embrace that. Do people ever like come up to you and like, hey, Billy, fuck you?
Oh, face to face, I don't think I've ever had a negative encounter.
Oh, that's good.
Not once.
Online?
Oh, online? We
chat.
One of the favorite things that I do when I go on a show like this is we play hate mail with Billy Mitchell.
Let's do it.
So I don't have that in a box here.
Okay.
But I'll actually work on that for you.
Yeah.
I would love to see some of the negative comments like on your Twitch stream.
And what's funny is I used to, but times have changed. I would get voicemails and I saved them. And so, yeah, I'd play them. Sometimes at a convention, it would be, 21 years and older, because they would play some of the voicemails that come on from people that I've never met, who I don't know, who simply saw what they saw on the screen and have the opinions they have.
Yeah. Now, were you surprised with your portrayal in the movie? Because when you film it, you know what you're putting out there. You know what some of the content's going to be because you were there at the time. But then afterwards, they edit it, and it comes out and it looks maybe a little bit different from how you thought you would be portrayed in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to show me to be nearly as nice as they did.
They cut out all the good stuff.
But let me give you an honest answer, and that's a tough question for me to answer honestly because I have to answer it honestly. They did have a lot of different angles that they played. They really played a very strong angle with that nice old lady that I was friends with, that I gave the Cubert to.
Yeah.
They did. They played that a lot. They played Pac-Man angle a lot. So, yes, I was surprised because we didn't even know the title. But the other guy in the movie, remember that other guy? Shh.
Won't say his name? We don't say his name around here?
Yeah, you don't want to say Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
SW word?
Well, him, two producers, and a director. They have friendships that went all the way back to childhood.
Oh.
So it's my impression, and I've never asked him, but it's a very strong impression, that he had some idea of where it was going, and that's fine. And as I look back now, how could I think that I was going to be anything other than the central character they portrayed?
Right. That's a live and learn.
In all fairness to him, he's got blonde hair and blue eyes. He cannot be a bad guy. You could be, I'm
a bad guy. He pointed at me. Who's
the
bad guy?
Yeah.
You the bad guy? I'm the bad guy.
And
never seen a bad guy like this.
But no, as I look at it, I guess I should have seen it that way. And it didn't matter. There were many times in filming that I was guarded on my words. And obviously, I said enough to make them happy. There were times where I said something. Okay, I've said it. We've done this take 8 times. No, again. The one that comes to mind is Billy Mitchell always has a plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I have that visually in my mind so strong, and I'm like, why do I keep saying this over and over again? And I guess finally I said it just right. And that was more towards the end of the filming. If I look back on the the producer, he had terrific, I say this all the time, so if he hears this, it won't be. He had terrific bedside manner. He was never intrusive at all. He would just pop in the restaurant, like without any notice, and he'd say hi, and I go, oh, hi. He'd say, I'm come by to eat lunch, and I didn't know if you're busy today or what, and I go, how about tomorrow or tonight? And I was accommodating as best I could, but he was never pushy for a second, which obviously makes everybody comfortable. And to be honest, he's still like that today. He's the one guy from the film that I still have some contact with.
Let me just say this, though, for the film. Like you just said, you were always going to be portrayed the bad guy. But from someone who's watched it a few times and talked to other people, Steve Wiebe is, the film is about him, but there's only one guy you remember walking away, and it's Billy Mitchell. That's just a fact. If I saw Steve Wiebe on the street, I wouldn't be able to recognize him. You're Billy Mitchell.
Steve told me that there's been a couple of times where he's recognized in public.
Doubt it.
No, I think so.
By his wife?
Yeah.
And, of course, when he goes to a convention, people know who he is.
Right, because he's walking around with a name card.
Right. Boy, I could have a lot of fun. Steve, I'm going easy on you.
He's at the
You're getting the nice Billy Mitchell, Steve.
He's at the Meet Me Steve Wiebe booth.
No, he's obviously.
Hi, my name is Steve Wiebe. Come say hello to me. It says it right above him.
Yeah, he's. I actually normally before COVID, I would cross paths with him about once a year. I'd see him at a convention or something, and it was very cordial. And so when people say, "Are you friends with him?" I mean, we're friendly.
Right.
I don't speak to him outside of that, though. But by the same token, there's a tremendous amount of people that I don't speak to outside of that. There's some players that I do. There's some players I speak to almost daily because they're friends, not because they're players.
Yeah.
What about Zach Campbell, foul ball guy, as we call him?
He's a friend of ours.
He's in that movie as well. Are you and him
I
close?
sent him a message yesterday. Are you still in New York? And he says, yeah, I'm on the Upper Side. And I told him where I was, and I told him that I'm going to go to Barcade tonight and tomorrow night, and I asked him if he could come down. I didn't know if you guys knew him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good friend
He's
of
been
ours.
on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
a
got
good dude.
a bit of a rivalry against another good friend, Marlins man.
Yeah.
That goes way back. It got pretty ugly for a while, but yeah, he was in that movie too, right? He was in King of Kong.
And the thing is,
Whoa, what was that?
that's probably him answering my text message.
Yeah.
Wait, that's your phone?
That's my phone.
You can check it if you want to see if that was Zach. That's a hilarious
That's your ringtone?
Yeah.
That was the text message ringtone.
Now, what is that
What's the
sound effect from?
Yeah.
You don't know? I don't think you're qualified to do this interview.
I'm probably
Ooh.
not. I'm definitely
That was
not.
Donkey Kong.
You're definitely not qualified to do this interview.
I took a guess.
Is that-
50-50
Well,
chance.
that was Pac-Man. Now, that's the
Okay.
death of Pac-Man, which I'm not familiar with because my guys don't die.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. See, that's exactly why we don't
Same.
know it either. Because we're perfect
I
score guys.
actually play Mrs. Pac-Man because I'm an ally,
Yeah.
but you do you.
Wait, that's hilarious that you have the death of Pac-Man as your ringtone because you don't get to ever hear it in real life.
Okay, I want you to read this text message.
Okay. All right, this is Zach Hampel here. It would be great to see you, but I'm planning to be at a Yankee Stadium today and tomorrow, so time is a little tight. Hopefully you can make it happen. Let me know what's up. It sounds
also
like
very
the Yankees
funny-
are more important to him than you.
Well, it's very funny because that's perfectly Zach Campbell right there because there's 2 baseball games he has to attend over the course of 2 days, but that's like full 12-hour commitments for him because he has to get there for batting practice.
Right, but you're
and
not
catch all
keeping your
those balls.
priorities straight. I had the opportunity, okay, to go to the Yankees game. They're going to put me in a limo in the skybox, okay, cater to me and everything else. And I told them, no, I have the opportunity to go on Pardon My Take. And they understood.
You're smart.
So what's wrong with Zach?
You're a smart man. I think Zach is just singularly focused on,
yeah.
on
Zach,
catching
Zach,
baseballs.
You're
Come on,
bad,
Zach.
you're bad news, man.
Yeah. All right. So, Billy, what do you say to the haters though? The people that are like, he cheated. You got your a couple of your scores ripped from Twin Galaxies. No,
Where?
Twin Galaxies, which I know you hate.
How do you know that?
I'll read a tweet that was so funny. I laughed out loud at you.
No. How do you know that I hate?
I mean, you've said it, have you not?
When did you hear me say it or hear me quote it?
Or you tweeted, I'm looking for videographer, editor in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area to hire to help me produce content for YouTube. Looking for someone young and eager to travel. No haters, losers, or Twin Galaxy community members allowed.
Okay, so how did I say that I hated you? Hated them.
They're just not allowed. You lumped them in
Oh,
with
so
haters
now
and
you've
losers.
changed your story. They're not allowed. So you're lying.
Yeah, well, you said that. No, they're not allowed.
Well, no, not part of that community. It has
Yeah.
to be independent.
Right.
So how do you say that I hate somebody?
Oh, because you put them in the same sentence as haters and losers.
Sounds like you're trying to wig a lot of this.
Synonymous. All right. So what is the status right now of the scores that were stripped, or where are we at? Are we in the court system? Should we go after?
Well,
them?
what I did was, number one is I had to gather the necessary information that I'll need. Some of which is out there and is public, some of which will be a surprise.
Ooh.
But then I also felt, although I hadn't played serious since 2010, even before that, I felt the need to have to go back and repeat this. 2 things. Number one, friends and family, and my son, who said, no, you're going to do this. And I said, I ain't going to do this. And he said, no. He says, we're going to set up a stream and we're going to do Twitch here. And he was home for the summer because he was told to stay home because of COVID. So he set up the Twitch and he started playing. And I mean, it's my son. He's home from college, and I don't know. I like spending time with him. He's having fun. So I went over and I started playing. And it came back to me quickly, and it was 1,000,000 points. It was great. And so then we started playing more. Well, so then I matched the old scores. Okay, and then coincidentally, since you mentioned it, I get another text message. I don't know, maybe you should read that one too. Today is the anniversary of where I got a 1,092,000. So not only have I repeated the scores, but I've surpassed the scores. Not only did I redo the perfect Pac-Man score, but I've repeated it many times.
Right.
One of my friends counted the different scores that were in question. What I did was I repeated them or surpassed them like 22 times. Mm-hmm. So the idea that I didn't get him, I couldn't get him, he must have cheated, he's not good enough to get him.
Bullshit.
Pardon my take.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. So
you have the truth on your side.
Yeah, one of the really fun things that I did, though, and sincerely, was when I did the perfect score was at Fun Spot. Fun Spot was owned by Bob Lawton, the Lawton family, and at the time that I did it in 1999, now it's 2019, I had always planned on going back and repeating it. So I went to visit him a couple of months ahead of time, and I hadn't seen him in more than 10 years, 15 years. And he welcomed me, he said hello, and we talked, and I said, I did the perfect score here. He said, that's the arcade that's in the movie.
Yeah.
He said, that's my most favorite thing that has been done here. You did it. You beat Pac-Man. I can do his voice. You did it, and you did it here. And I says, what do you think if I come back on the 4th of July weekend and I did it again? Mm-hmm. And he gave me that, looked at the old man with the glasses where he goes, Billy, you think you can just walk in here and do a perfect score, do you? I says, yeah, who do you think you're talking to? So I went back on the 4th of July weekend, and I honored him with an award for his participation, contribution to the hobby. And then, yes, that weekend I did a perfect score on demand, so to speak.
Wait, the award was given to him for witnessing your greatness.
Well, no, that sounds good, but it was for the fact of Fun Spot, what he's created, how he's embraced the industry.
What was it just like
gaming.
It was your award, though, that you created. It was like the Billy Mitchell Award honoring
right
commitment to video games.
Well, yeah, it was actually from it was presented by me, but it was on behalf of Walter Day, and it will eventually make its way into Guinness.
Love it.
Okay, very cool.
I think.
I like the idea, though, of you just going to places and handing out awards.
Well, again, since 2010, my favorite thing to do is to go and present and honor and advocate for gamers like an ambassador. Because think about competitive gamers, what they do, what they create, what they give to the hobby of gaming. They don't get any recognition, and they deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, especially...
It's the same argument that, baseball players don't get what they get and the owner gets to keep it all. I guess that's not true anymore, but a long time ago, that was the argument.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, back in the 80s, 90s...
Oh, yeah. See, that's exactly why we don't know it either, because we're perfect score guys. Yeah. Wait, that's hilarious that you have the death of Pac-Man as your ringtone because you don't get to ever hear it in real life?
Outside of the insular world of the hardcore gamers, there were no gaming celebrities.
Correct.
And now they're on TV. They're on like ESPN, ESPN2. How much credit do you take for the acceptance of mainstream gaming as being, a sport of itself?
Well, if we go back again to the 80s where I was... Occasionally, I would go somewhere, and if someone who's a hardcore gamer who has magazines, they would see me and recognize me. That was very rare. At an event, they would recognize me, and other players too. But it was 1999. It was the perfect score. It was the trip to Japan, the story that ran around the world. That's what put me and classic competitive gaming and recognition on the map.
Yeah.
Yes, I take credit for that. I take credit for having that good fortune fall my way, because had I done that score, it was me versus the Canadian, and we were in a hustle or a hurry to do a perfect score, which he did shortly afterwards. If anything went wrong that weekend, if a bomb went off, if there was a threat or something big, that story would not have run on the wire and gotten the attention it did. But all of that energy focused into one time, one place, at just the right time for it to explode around the world. I don't want to say that was luck, because I like to think it was skill. But
yeah,
you make your own luck.
Yeah.
Face it was luck.
Yeah. How would you do in today's e-gaming? Have you thought about that? If you were 20 years old right now, 20-year-old Billy Mitchell in 2022, would you be pro in a lot of these games, Call of Duty, Halo, whatever it may be?
Wow. You ask a question that no one has ever asked before. I'm not being funny. Here's the question I get.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You're about to mock me.
No, I'm not.
This is going to suck for me.
How come you don't play modern games? Why don't you do that? How about playing Call of Duty? If I put 16 hours a day in, like the old days, if it would be my total focus, I wouldn't have a business, I wouldn't have a wife, I wouldn't have kids. Trust me, there's guys that kind of do that and don't have any of those. I would lose everything that I worked so hard to build.
Right.
And so the answer is no, I have no desire to do that for the reasons I just told you. And I have no desire to do it because I'm not going to sit there and play games that my kid can whip my ass at.
Wait, but I know you're not going to do it.
No, but you asked it differently. You said go back and you're 20 years old today.
Correct.
No, I could absolutely embrace that. Again, I always had a good balance. I worked games, but I worked career and business. So I'm just going to assume that I could do that on a modern platform. I've been asked the question 1,000 times the way I said it. This is the first time I've ever been asked it the way you said it. So I have to give a different answer.
Great question.
I don't know why I wouldn't, and I don't know why I couldn't. I have a determination within me that I believe whatever I did, brace yourself. I believe whatever I did, I would be the best at just because I obsessively want to be the best. And you only have one life. I mean, I wanted to be, at one point in my life, thinking I wanted to be, a Navy pilot. I mean, I would have been the best because I would have been so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be, a crime fighter. I mean, I'd put every bad guy in jail because I'd be the best.
Yep.
If I was bussing tables, I'd do it better than anyone because I'd be obsessed with the idea of how do I make it better? How do I make it better? I walked on this show to do an interview. Most guys lean back on the couch and answer questions.
Not you.
No, I gotta bring all this stuff. I have to raise the bar. Usually it comes to my advantage.
Now, you're one of the most competitive guests that we've had in terms of your presence. It's like I would actually say Jerry O'Connell is also a very...
Who the hell is Jerry O'Connell? Get him here.
No, he'll duke it out with you.
I got a question, though, because of your desire, and I think you are very different than most people because you want to be the best, and you would be the best in everything. If we could safely clone Billy Mitchell, how many of the world's problems would be solved?
Probably only one. I wouldn't have to do it. Somebody else could. But no. But again, I have to be open to the fact that I see things differently. And what I mean is, recently I was at a convention. I thought, yay, I did it. And then I realized, oh, wait, I came up short. Damn it. And so next time, how do I keep that from happening or missing the mark or misunderstanding or... So every time I do something, I'm reflecting back as to what it is I can do different to avoid the mishap. That's the way people say, how did you get good at this game? When you play a game and you die, you say, oh, damn it. I say, what happened? I go back X amount of steps. Right there. So in some ways it's a gift, in some ways it's a curse.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that you enjoy video games because of the joy that it brings you, or is it more simply like you like the winning aspect and you like the high score increasing, you like comparing yourselves to others, being like, look, this is what I did, this is what you did, I'm the best at this game? Or is it like, do you still actually enjoy, not to use the a term art, but do you enjoy the beauty of the game still?
I don't know anything about the enjoyment. It's the competitive aspect. It's man versus machine. I guess it is man versus man with other players, but it's really man versus machine. And I say that because I really enjoy and get mesmerized at looking and watching somebody who's really good at a game because I can appreciate that. I can appreciate what went into it. And that doesn't just come with gaming. Examples I use, having met Michael Jordan, having met, Tony Hawk, well, not Michael Jackson, but one of his guys, and interacting with them and understanding the steps they took, the sacrifices they made. You could take any one of those guys and you could pick on them different oddities in their personalities. But what they did better than anyone in the world. So what is it that's in them that brought them to that point, and how do they apply that to the other aspects of their life? That's really cool.
Yeah, so, I mean, many would say Michael Jordan is the Billy Mitchell of basketball. When you met him, was he aware of you?
Yeah, when I was introduced to him, as to who I am. Mm-hmm. And he said hello, and we talked about gaming for a short bit. Obviously, I know about him as well as you do, which is beyond the pale. But again, I'm reflecting back on the energy that was exchanged. Really, it was me taking energy from him and his knowledge and what put him to the point. How many times other people wanted to go A, B, C, and D, and he said, no, I'll stay here and focus on this. Mm-hmm. The sacrifices he made. The places he didn't go because he wanted to apply himself. The things he could have done, but he didn't. He goes because he wanted to apply himself. You know, there are things that are lost and things that are gained. There's people who would look at him. There's people who would look at me or you or anybody and say, I wouldn't do that. Oh, it wasn't worth it. Oh, he didn't get to do this. He didn't get to do that. You never have that feeling or energy or understanding until that moment when you make the decision.
Yeah. So I had one more question, and then we want to do a Mount Rushmore with you. I think someone told you that, correct? Someone told you that we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of arcade games?
Maybe.
Should be easy
when
for you.
When I go on an interview, I never say what's it about or what do you want to talk about or what can we or cannot. People do an interview, they go, oh, I'll send you the questions ahead of time. No, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Let her rip.
Yeah, let it rip. I like it. All right, so my last question before we do the Mount Rushmore, it's the Roback question. Go to RHOBACK. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. Roback.com. Q-Zips, hoodies, polos, everything. RHOBACK.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. The hot sauce element of this. I just love the fact that you are Billy Mitchell, one of the greatest video game players of all time, one of the greatest villains of all time, lover of America, alpha, tenacious, all these things, and then also hot sauce mogul. How can you explain that to me? Ricky's, right?
Yeah. Let's go back to 1978. We weren't the first, but we were almost the first one in Florida who was serving wings. And it's funny, the guy who was the manager of the Anchor Bar in Buffalo.
Yeah, we know it.
Yeah, he happened to be a bartender for my dad. That had no influence whatsoever. But wings went on the menu in 1978, and we just couldn't find a sauce that we thought was good enough. And in 1980, we reached out to a guy who was a president of a hot sauce company, and he said, I'll show you how to make a hot sauce better than any hot sauce in the world. This is the real truth, not the Billy did everything truth. And so he did. He was awesome. He was a great old guy who's long gone. And through him, I met and had other relationships with other people going all the way back then, some that survive today, speaking specifically of Johnny. And through the years, things have been critiqued, but it was always the obsession, again, that we could make or create something better than anyone else. So sometime in the mid-'80s when I realized I couldn't just play video games forever, even though maybe I wanted to, I had to take the obsessive nature I had and I had to focus it towards something positive. So I focused it towards something positive, which is the family business. And that's when we began playing with hot sauce. Chicken wings were our main item. And then as it was successful, people wanted to have it or buy it or sell it in different markets and different stores and things like that. So I had the experience of messing with the hot sauce formula, the experience of applying it like chicken wings and such, and the experience of marketing it. So when you take all of the aspects together, once again, yes, I know more about this than anyone in the world.
Yeah. Can I see?
Do I know more about making it than anybody? No, that would be my friend. His name's John. Okay, do I know more about wings? Probably not. I probably know more about eating it. But marketing, I'm sure not. But collectively, I've become so obsessed that I do.
You're number one.
What are you?
Can I try a little of it?
What are you obsessed with now?
Well, I have 3 kids, all that graduated from college. Boy, you asked this personal question. I'm on a roll, and you got to ask something personal like this.
I'm curious.
You'll probably nail it.
Because you said that you go from obsession to obsession, so there's got to be one right now.
Okay, well, I've had the good fortune. My wife is a teacher of 32 years. Okay, when I met her, she had, by the way, she's from Long Island. When I met her, she had 2 masters. Okay, now she has a doctorate, an EDD. Okay, we raised 3 kids. They all went to college. They all graduated. My oldest daughter, Florida State. My younger daughter is beginning her 3rd year of law school, and my son is a graduate of West Point. What am I obsessed with? I've been obsessed with that for quite a while now. My youngest is 23. And quite honestly, I'm searching for a new obsession or to expound on some of the obsessions.
Okay. Don't do sports podcasting. I would
no,
like to
if I do,
one.
I'd
like to say number one.
No, plus I'd end up looking like
us.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
Go
but
to
you would dominate us. I'm asking you, please step down on that.
Step down before I step up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so with the hot sauce.
Love hot sauce.
Okay.
We love hot sauce.
Jake loves hot sauce too, actually.
Let me try to be honest here.
Okay.
When you sit here and you say to yourself, gee, you're going to make a hot sauce better than the ones on the market.
I believe you.
The one on the market, over-dominant. It's not even close. If they stopped making hot sauce, everyone else who does make hot sauce went on 24-hour production. You couldn't keep up with the production. The over-dominant one is Frank's.
Yep.
Frank's Red
Hot. Yep.
And this is Frank's territory here.
Yeah.
So the idea was to take a sauce that, like Frank's, make it a little thicker, a little less salt, da-da-da-da-da. It's made out of cayenne pepper. So,
wow.
Pardon my take. Hot sauce.
Wow. Can we try some?
And you got some for you guys, and you got some for your audience. Man, you guys are going to be doing some mail stuff.
I want to try we'll sample it. Pass it around, cannonball.
But, like, what about, don't you have, like, another hot sauce in the house so you could do a side-by-side?
Yeah.
You got, like, the T word?
Tabasco?
Shh, no. Come on.
Sorry,
when I came on here, they said no foul language.
No free hats.
Tapatio.
Okay. Then, see, in some ways it was easy. When you take the sauce, cayenne, you make a different sauce. You simply substitute a pepper.
Yeah.
Habanero.
Ooh.
That's hot.
Oh, Billy.
That's the hot stuff.
Billy.
Yeah, that'll put hair on your head. That's what happened to me.
Billy, I'm being honest. This is the best hot sauce I've ever had.
So
man dominates everything in life.
So this one has, again, this is the one for the competition with all the podcasters. And so there's extra of these too.
You're a big thumbs up guy too, which I love. In almost every picture that I see of you, there it is.
It's good to have a thing.
It's a powerful thumbs up too. I've always wondered like what to do with my hands in a picture. You've got your thing and it's awesome.
Well, it's kind of funny. I find myself, I'm taking a personal picture at a graduation. I do that. I go, oh, geez, I don't need to do that. But I was recently at a play, a musical, King of Kong.
Oh my God! This
put
is
on
good.
by. That's Habanero. So you're moving up.
This is great.
Ooh,
yeah, King of Kong, a musical in Indianapolis.
Just come up.
And the guy who was playing me, I had to pull him aside. He's a nice guy named Luke, and I said to the lady Casey, I go, "Come here, we got to have a talk with Luke because Luke's going on camera doing this."
Oh no!
I go, "Come on, it's a snap."
It's a snap.
Boom.
You got it. Yeah, you enforce it.
Yeah, and he had it there. And then I met a lady named Dolly who worked on the Donald Trump campaign. And she says, "I notice you give thumbs up like Donald Trump." I go, "No, he gives thumbs up because I do."
Yes. That's
but
right.
I said, when you see him, you got to talk to him because he's doing this. No, it's up in the face here.
Yep. You think if he had a better thumbs up, he would have gotten reelected?
I don't know. It's
a fair
it wouldn't have hurt.
Fair question.
Yeah, it wouldn't have hurt. So, I think in New York, no.
Yeah.
In Texas, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, boy, it's so bad for me to say this.
Uh-oh.
But through my life, it didn't matter who was president. I either forged my way or I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You control your own destiny.
Yeah. So
that's alpha mentality.
Who's right or wrong? I don't know. Maybe it's all wrong.
Yeah. Maybe it's all right.
Maybe you're the only right one out there.
All right. So, no, the only left one out there. But so we're going to have the contest. And so one of these 6 teams is going to win.
Yeah.
Is it going to be yours?
I'm not on. I was not asked to be in the contest.
So you didn't even make the qualifications.
It was very mean. I don't know what happened.
I'm teamed up with Billy, another Billy.
Me?
I don't know
Billy.
how that happened.
So probably not.
I was excluded.
My guess is that he's probably too hungover to win anything.
Let's assume you win, or whoever does win. Just like baseball has their trading cards, so does football. Probably baseball is the most popular one. Well, now video games have their trading cards.
Oh, incredible.
And so, as a matter of fact,
that's Walter on the cover.
I have some. Oh, yeah. He's kind of recognizable.
He is. I love how the referees wear referee jerseys in gaming. It's a nice touch.
But what they did was there's many thousands of cards out now for anybody who has participated or had any impact or made their mark in the arcade gaming world. Again, game producers, developers, players, event holders, people who do first. As far as a company like this doing a event like this, it's the first I know of. So whoever wins will be back in a month or 2 or 3 or whenever you say fit, and we'll present them with their own trading card.
Oh, wow.
And their own trading card, will
be in there.
It'll eventually be like one of these here.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
So one of you guys is going to go on the map.
Yeah.
And
Can't
one
wait.
of you guys definitely is not, because you're not even in the competition.
I was not asked. I don't know where the exclusion happened.
I
but
do.
It definitely happened at some point.
It went by qualifications.
Yeah.
And
I
so-
mean, I have no idea.
So there's 12 of them, and then there's everyone else.
I'll get to the bottom of who excluded me.
Imrags is definitely going to win this
Who
thing.
do you think you was, Hank? Why are you laughing?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Me neither.
Are you saying it was you?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. I'll find out.
So you want to do the Mount
I'll find
Rushmore?
out. I think
So
I
So I got a
person in
zillion.
this
So I
room?
got a zillion of these, so you can give them out.
Well, yes, actually, yes.
But I had the good fortune of going to high school with a guy who was the son of a famous guy who made his mark in the gaming world. That guy went on to break every quarterback record at Alabama. He was truly a great guy, a nice guy, and his dad was great. And my claim to fame in the football world is the first touchdown pass he ever threw, he threw to me.
Who's that?
Joe Namath?
It was Mike Shula, son of Don Shula.
Crazy.
So Shula has their steakhouse, their Shula burgers.
Very good.
So I do that one.
Okay.
Again, it's their own proprietary formula. It's a great one.
All right, I'll
And,
try that as well.
boy.
Let's do this Mount Rushmore.
Man, if that had like a proof or an alcohol content, you'd be schnookered by now.
Seriously.
This is really good stuff, though. The part of my take, cayenne sauce.
All right, so let's do the Mount Rushmore. Ready? So it's the Mount Rushmore of arcade games.
Okay, I almost know what we're doing, but let her rip.
All right, so you want to go first? So you know how obviously it's 4 picks each. We're going to do a snake draft. It's you, it's me and PFT combined, and then it's these 3 guys combined. So it's three teams picking. Would you like to start?
Okay, so I would pick a game
You'd pick whatever-
because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Pick a game. The best game.
Well, no, I was on stage at the Tokyo Game Show, and that was awesome. That was the Player of the Century. But what was also announced there was the Game of the Century. So what was the Game of the Century announced on the Tokyo Game Show in 1999? And that would be the one that I would have to choose. What game was it?
Pac-Man.
Go ahead, Hank.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, number 1.
Pac-Man, and Pac-Man was also the first game inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
1-1. Great pick. All right, go ahead, Hank. You go.
Yeah, that's you.
That's you. Why are you looking at me?
No, I'm just curious.
What are you Googling?
Curious about what?
He's Googling video games.
We're gonna go with Golden Tee.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
Blah.
Oh, Billy says, nah.
No, just
No.
for me, it's a blah. It'll be good
Okay.
for you.
Are you yucking his yum?
Blah.
Blah.
See, I think
I think his choice needs some hot sauce.
I think it's a perfectly fine choice. Probably could have gotten in the third round.
Yeah.
No,
good choice.
What's actually good about that is Golden Tee, over the years, they change it. They update the courses. It's on and on. So in that respect, it is a good choice.
Nice. You made him feel better. All right. Our first pick.
I usually don't do that.
I'll go, and then
Billy.
you go. I'm just going to take off the top.
Yep.
NBA Jam. One of my favorite video games of all time. Arcade NBA Jam. Billy's looking at me like, what are you talking about? You didn't play NBA Jam?
No.
Well,
because
I never played Pac-Man.
Because NBA Jam came after the golden age of video games.
So when did the
That
golden
came
age
to a
end?
close in 1986. The reasons why it came to a close in 1986, two reasons that I speak of. One is, after that is when video games took a hard turn, some of them towards violence, not NBA Jam.
Right.
And the other one was, in the competitive world, every game after that year, you'd play a game, you'd get a score, put another quarter in and continue, and continue, and continue. I see you and you say, I got the high score yesterday. I'd say, yeah, what did it cost you? It wasn't one play, one start.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons.
Pay to win.
But let's go back to
It's like video games now.
the guys from Midway, Tim in particular, recently at the Bloomington Con, we gave, I wish I had one. I would have known. He got an award, again, for his contribution, what he did, what he helped create. And I throw in mouse pads and sauce and all that stuff just to be fun. But no, the idea of, you mentioned NBA Jam, and just recently, 2 weeks ago, they were honored at a convention.
Yeah. No, did you honor them? Was
Yeah.
that the Billy Mitchell Award for Excellence in Video Games?
Well, yes, it wasn't from me, but I did present, I did speak of.
Yeah.
But again, more often than not, it's somebody like Walter doing that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so
that's
second,
our first pick.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with the last one
Yes.
on the list.
Love it.
This is maybe my favorite game of all time, Big Buck Hunter. Mm-hmm. Fucking love Big Buck Hunter.
Absolutely.
You put me in a bar with a stack of ones, and I will be glued to the Big Buck Hunter screen. Double buck bonus,
The
triple
best.
buck bonus. I
think
shoot
if
the
there's a
female
golden
deer
tee next
by
to a
accident.
big buck hunter, people are going for the golden tee.
Bullshit.
No.
Maybe an idiot like you.
No way.
You just don't have that killer instinct, Hank. That's
Billy,
Okay.
which one of those games is better, you think?
I think we should go on to the next choice.
Okay. All right. Hank, go ahead.
Street Fighter.
That's a
Good
good
choice.
pick.
We
That's
had
a good
that, too.
pick. That's a good pick. We had it as well. Billy's looking at us like we're crazy because Donkey Kong lasted all the way to him coming wrapping around.
You would have to put a fighting game in,
Yes.
and you'd be hard pressed to pick one before Street Fighter.
It's also
Yep.
personal,
Yeah.
Donkey Kong is the greatest game of all time. The reason Billy's here, but I didn't play it that much. So, none
we're being
of
honest.
my team did
Yeah,
either.
Right, but
Yeah.
be honest, you didn't play it that much because it was so damn hard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Because you're a beta.
It's your pick, Billy. You got two.
Okay. See, what's going to happen here is you guys are setting me up for the fall.
No.
Yeah, you are. Just so you know in the audience, if I don't pick Donkey Kong, it's going to go without being picked. So, yeah. Donkey Kong. It's probably the only classic game, that has tournaments usually on a yearly basis. Mm-hmm. So, how would you not choose that? And again, the Kong Off is in Australia, in Brisbane, July 16 and 17.
Yeah.
So,
Will you be there?
no.
Ah.
I should say yes so that I can let them sweat it out again.
Now,
Yeah,
is-
you should. You should get them all scared.
How many
So-
steps ahead of your competition are you at all times? Because you do always have a plan. I imagine you show up places a lot of times unexpectedly, already ready to put Billy Mitchell out there.
Yeah, I actually have two very strong things planned that they don't know about. So you're correct.
They being your haters.
No, they being, to be honest, I don't even think about those guys.
Yeah.
But they meaning the general public or the people who follow it,
Uh-huh.
because the element of surprise is always awesome.
You spend a
Yes.
lot of time like planning your schemes, which I respect. A lot of people just do schemes half-assed. You're very meticulous.
Well, like, for example, there's other people, other players who could, whether you want to call it randomly or the way that I send something to Dave, they could do something. They could make an effort. They could plan. They could conjugate something in their mind. They could send something that would catch attention. They would say that they're going to be in an area. They could prepare themselves for the opportunity. Look up luck in the dictionary. It would likely say when preparation meets opportunity. I try to always be prepared for that opportunity. So when people say, you got lucky, well, yeah, I did. I prepared for it.
Yep. Right.
If you're not prepared, you'll never do it. One of my lines is, you'll never get lucky, you'll never win if you're not there when they spin the wheel. You have to be there.
The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Right. Again, when people say, why you? Why did you get this attention? Why did you, receive this interview, this award, this victory? What separated me from other players from that original, say, Life magazine photo, the first esports event, a friend of mine, Ben would sometimes show up somewhere, and sometimes he wouldn't. Ben couldn't get as lucky as me in the aspect of gaming. He's had a great life. But in the aspect of gaming, because he wasn't there when the wheel went round, I was always there. Always, always, always. I, for the most part, never missed anything. Therefore, I had the opportunity to get lucky.
Yeah. Okay, you have another pick.
Me?
Yeah.
Yep, you go twice now, and then it comes back around.
So we did Donkey Kong.
Yeah. You got Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. Good, strong board so far for you.
Wow. It'd be a great game and not one that I stuck on. But, again, I'm going to stick with the classic age. Only because it was expected to outperform or upend Pac-Man was Defender.
Okay.
And Defender's a great game, and many games followed after Defender, but Defender set the stage for them. Many people would... I actually don't recall if that was the next game introduced into the Video Game Hall of Fame. But if it wasn't, it was one after that. But, yeah, definitely Defender.
Okay. Good pick. Hank?
Dan?
Henry?
Eric? I'm going to go with...
I'm going to fucking kill you.
No, not that one.
Papa Shot. I'm going to go with Papa Shot.
Papa Shot. Good call.
Good choice.
Do you ever fuck with that, Billy? Like skee ball, Papa Shot? Nothing? Nah? He's looking at me like I'm a psycho. I love Papa Shot.
What about
Papa Shot?
I love
Yeah.
Papa Shot.
Papa Shot?
You never
Papa
do that
Shot.
just to like kill some time if you're in the arcade?
Yeah, that's fine, but that doesn't belong in the same category as what we're talking
Well,
about.
it's in an arcade.
It's in the arcade.
Okay, it's also in the U.S. I mean, what do you want me
Do
to tell
they
you?
do they have one at Fun Spot?
They have everything at Fun Spot.
There we go.
You've referred
about
to
at
Fun Spot
Arcade?
as
Yeah.
being the Augusta of arcades, and they've got a Papa Shot.
They've got it.
Okay, so now I have to go practice Papa Shot. Come back here next time so I can put ass whipping.
You just
Yeah.
don't like it because
That
you're not
guy's
good
pretty
at
good
it.
at Papa
That's
Shot.
your thing.
I'll beat you.
Like you hate things that you aren't competitive at.
I'll fuck you up in Papa Shot, Billy.
All right. Pardon my take. I'll take that challenge.
Okay. All right. Great. Done. Let's set it up. All right. My pick. Our pick.
Who?
Cruising USA.
Wait, whose pick?
Well, I was going to do the next pick. We've already discussed our entire thing.
Yeah, Hank, quit trying
Cruising
to drive
USA.
a wedge between us. We discussed
No,
this.
I'm
ahead
just
of time.
curious. I forget. Sometimes you say team and because it's my picks. Then
Well,
it's like,
because we
is it
have
your pick or are you
discussed-
guys
God, you're
together?
going to do this every time
No,
we do Mount
I just
Rushmore now?
I forgot.
All right. Cruising USA.
Is that the bike game?
No, it's the car
It's
game.
the car game. It's a
incredible.
legendary car game. You sit in the cockpit of the car. I guess it's got a driver's seat. I've been playing too much Flight Sim recently.
It's so awesome.
But yeah, you've got the pedals right there. You steer. Great graphics.
Drive through across America.
You can run over crowds on the
It was
side.
the first car game that I remember where you could sit in it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's Billy can fact check me, but I don't remember. Like I remember as a kid seeing Cruising USA for the first time, being like, "Holy shit, this rules!"
I think Billy doesn't like it because it's like too gimmicky. You have to sit in the thing. It's not a joystick and the buttons and a screen. They've introduced too much technology.
Well, it's funny you mention that. Like today's game, I watch my son play, and he's always using at least 9 fingers. Mm-hmm. Like, what happened to the joystick and the button or steering wheel? But you're correct. But let's go to your point. It's not that I don't like that because that is a good choice. But
thank you.
But what was the preempt for Cruising USA? Let's just say it was Outrun. What was it for Outrun? Probably pole position. We're back to 1981 now.
Yeah.
Before pole position, turbo. Yeah, both pole position and turbo you could sit in as well. Not the moving graphics like you're talking about, but again, always trying to show appreciation going back to where things began.
You respect the greats.
Yeah, standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you can see so far.
That.
I like that too.
Our last pick?
For our last one,
you scumbag, Hank.
So I want to do a fighting game too, but you know what? I'm going to do air hockey.
Great one.
Air hockey is a great arcade game.
Great one.
It is. It's an arcade game, Billy.
Billy's giving
You're
us
looking at me like
melted.
it's not an arcade game.
Well, you know me. I always got a story.
Yeah. So you're probably you're probably the world's best air hockey player. You just don't tell anybody about it.
No, but when I had to be, I was. I was at. I was in Orlando. I was at the King of Kong arcade that we had in the Orlando airport for a few years, till the lease ran out. And one of the guys that came there, maybe you guys know him. One of the guys came there, wanted to film me, and he is without a doubt, before today, he's one of my most favorite guys because, believe it or not, in the world of Hollywood, he was 100% honest. That doesn't happen often.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he said exactly what he wanted to do, and he stuck to it, and he never tried to smoke anything different. And he went there. We had fun. I had fun toying with him. I mean, I'm in an arcade. I mean, I'm in my turf. And we finished it off with a game of air hockey. And I'm just playing and laughing. And he went way ahead of me. And then I thought, okay, let's get serious. And so it was like 6-3 or something. And then boom, boom, boom. It was 6-6. And then boom, I hit it in 7-6. So I thought, well, he's going to leave that part out. No, he put it right in the film he did.
Love it.
It's great.
But the guy was a really good guy. And I actually sent him a message that I was here because I never know when he's in New York. And everybody comes to New York at one time or another.
Yep.
So who was that guy?
Vince Vaughn.
Michael Bay.
Bill Belichick.
Steven Spielberg.
Morgan Spurlock.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I haven't heard back from him.
Is that the guy who ate all the cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he was terrific, and he's somebody. The impression he gave on me, I don't want to give the wrong impression here, but the impression he gave me, if he came up to me and said, "Bill, we're going to film, we're going to do this, that, this, and that. You'll get this, that, this, and this," I'd say, "Okay." He'd say, if he said to me, "Okay, I'll have it put into a contract for you," no, your word's good enough.
Yeah.
You know how dangerous that is in Hollywood.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a guy that fits that. He was that classy of a guy.
Yeah. All right, so. Hank, your team's last pick.
Our final pick, probably on the Mount Rushmore itself, all-time great arcade games. Can't believe I'm getting this in the fourth round.
No.
We're getting this in the fourth round. Pinball.
Oh, you're getting it in the fourth round.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Pinball. That's like saying electronic game. Can't you be a little more specific?
Pinball?
Yeah, pinball is a wide variety of pinball games you can play. Kiss.
There was a place in California
Star Wars.
700 different pinballs. Not anymore.
The one I played in the bowling alley growing up was an AC/DC pinball, I believe. I don't know if that changes anything.
Because like what you picked right there was like saying, "Oh, I'm going to choose Xbox."
No,
for my game.
It's the same format, is it not?
No, it's wildly different.
Like, what are some other ones then, PFT?
Kiss, Star Wars.
What's the difference between Kiss
AC/DC?
and Star Wars?
Yeah, there's a Beatles.
There's a Beatles one that we all know.
But like, what's the difference between those games?
Different layout, different.
Yeah, the layout's
format,
different. The format's
ramps,
different.
Different bumpers.
And the bumpers. I don't think you know anything about pinball, Hank.
How about if you narrow it down? I mean, like, there was Gottlieb and Williams and Stern, and so you could say like Stern pinballs were the greatest.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did give a plug right there.
Wow.
You a Stern boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let it.
And it's not only because Stern makes great pinballs, but Gary Stern's a great guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll let it stand though. But you just got schooled by Billy in pinball.
Yeah.
Okay, Billy, your last pick.
But your favorite was
50.
AC/DC?
Yeah, that's the one I played. I'll look up who the manufacturer is of that real quick.
All right, Billy, your last pick, because I know you got to start filming something.
The last pick. Again, I'm trying to pick games that had an impact.
Right.
Games that are still popular today.
Right.
A game. Geez, there's too many to say. I mean, I want to say Space Invaders, but I won't.
Wow.
I want to say Frogger, but I certainly won't.
Whoa. Oh, Battle Frogs. Did you ever beat Battle Frogs?
Never
Battle
played.
Toads. Sorry.
Battletoads was impossible.
It's impossible. Literally the hardest game ever. Battletoads.
Okay, so, but the game I would pick, especially for all the gamers that are looking, I mean, although it wasn't something I played heavily, it would have to be Galaga.
Mm-hmm. Now, I always hear people talk about Galaga. I've never played it myself.
But if I play Galaga, the precursor to Galaga is Galaxian. But I'll stick with Galaga.
Okay, so no Space Invaders.
Ooh, Galaga was fun.
It was one of the games that absolutely, Space Invaders, that launched games. It was 1978, but it doesn't have the staying power of Galaga.
Okay.
I like Galaga. Okay, well, Billy, this has been incredible. We appreciate you coming on. I think people are going to really enjoy this. You are a legend. You know that. You're a living legend. And anytime you want to come back on, we'd love to have you.
Well, since you guys are so competitive in the sports world, and this is esports, yes, it is a skill. Yes, it is athletes. Mm-hmm. Yes, these people do deserve the recognition and advocation that we try to give. I was saying last night that if something is done competitively, a world championship on this or that or this, I can't think of a better place than Barstool to do that, because it's like you already have the infrastructure for that. Mm-hmm. In other words, take somebody that we spoke well of, like Morgan Spurlock. No, he doesn't have... It would take a lot of work for him to prepare what it is you already have prepared to do it. So, yeah, I've had that pondering in my mind all night, like, wow, you're in New York. Is there someplace better?
Nope.
Gee, you guys have the right nature, but you have the right attitude. Is it competitive? Yeah. But is it fun? Yeah. Is it something you should take seriously to your grave? No. That's coming from me. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. No, I'll throw some ideas at you for the future.
All right. Well, let's do the tournament. I'm excited.
Yeah. Thank you, Billy. We appreciate it.
Billy Mitchell is brought to you guys by our great friends over at Truebill. How many subscription services are you paying for each month? Do you even know? I didn't know. I used Truebill and I found out. Turns out there were a bunch that I was paying for, I did not use, and Truebill saved me a lot of money. Truebill is the smartest way to manage your finances. Truebill helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions that you don't need, want, or simply forgot about, and you can cancel subscriptions directly through the app. True story, I use Truebill. Turns out that over the last 3 years, I've started a lot of diets that I didn't stick to, and I downloaded a bunch of apps for these diets, like counting my macros and checking out what exercise I should be doing. Hadn't used them probably in years. Truebill saved me hundreds of dollars just by canceling the old diet apps that I don't use. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. It's got a variety of tools to help customers improve their finances. You can create a monthly budget and expenses. You can track and evaluate your savings goals. They have automated savings. You choose how much to put away weekly. Get push notifications when you're getting close to going over your budget or when your cash is running low. I use Truebill. It saved me money. You'll love it too. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/take. Go right now. That's Truebill.com/take. It could save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/take.
Okay, let's wrap up with Guys on Chicks. Reminder, Friday's episode, very special Dungeons and Dragons, where we did our own journey game, all contained within one episode. So if you haven't listened to the past Dungeons and Dragons because you're like, I'm not caught up, you don't have to worry. We started fresh with Nick and Tim Woods, and it was plot twist galore. Game of Thrones is like, damn, if our last season was anything like this, we would have had people just going crazy for it. Agreed?
Facts.
Yes.
It was
I think it was our best campaign yet.
Agreed.
Nick
and
was,
a lot of twists. Yeah, Nick was incredible. Yeah. Okay, let's do a couple Guys on Chicks. Stella Cam real quick. We got Stella Cam. She's been whining.
Hey.
Stella's doing the dumb dog thing where she's seen a deer every day and been like, today's the day I'm going to catch a deer.
Get it, Stella.
You never know.
No, I
like
know.
Hank with the fish.
I know. It's not happening. It's not happening, but she thinks she will. All right, guys on chicks.
Wait, there's a poster up in this room right now that says, "Believe in yourself, Stella."
Stella, there you go. You're going to get that deer.
You got it.
I think if she got to a deer, I think the deer would just kick her and it would just be over. It'd be curtains. I don't want her to get close to the deer. All right, go ahead.
My boyfriend has been eating soups for lunch every day for 6 months because PFT told him it's soup diet season. Can you have PFT tell him it's the summer and no longer soup season, or at least that eating clam chowder every day isn't going to help him lose weight?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The clam chowder is not the best soup to be eating for lunch every single day. It's cream based. And summertime is not soup. It's not soup season. But the soup diet does work. You can lose a lot of weight if you just do soups or salads every day for lunch during the week. It works. But in the summertime, like, this is why you do the soup diet. That's what he's not understanding. Is like summertime is meant to just get fat and gross and eat whatever you want and just treat your body like a dumpster. So there's really no point in dieting over the summer. Like, what am I trying to get ready for? Football season? Winter? No, I'm going to be trying to pack on weight for those occasions. So, I'm glad that he did the soup diet, but also a major tenet of the soup diet is knowing when to stop the soup diet and then just going like ape shit on your body with everything else.
So a couple things. One, I should write down all the diets I've tried in the past. I did try once to do clam chowder and jambalaya only as a diet. That didn't work. Shocker. But I was like, it's soup. It's fine. The summer diet thing, I find for heavier guys like myself, the summer is like already puts a diet on you because you have to wear a t-shirt. So don't think about dieting. You just know that like instinctively you're going to probably eat a little bit less because you have to wear a t-shirt. So that's the diet in itself. Do you know what I mean? It's a shame diet that's built into the summer. So you shouldn't have to think like, oh, I'm going to be on a diet in the summer. Just be fat, go wear a t-shirt, and then you probably won't eat a second dinner. That's how I do.
Well, also in the summertime, it's so hot outside. I feel like just by being outdoors in the sun, like boom, that's another 500 calories I burned today just by being slightly uncomfortable for most of the day. So you don't need to continue the soup diet, although I do respect it.
Hey guys, every time my boyfriend gets a boner, he will pull his pants down and say out loud, boing, like a noise a flexible door stopper makes. He laughs for at least 5 minutes every time he does it and thinks it's the funniest thing he's ever done. Should I be concerned or let him just ride it out? Thanks.
Sounds like you got to do something about that.
Yeah.
Just saying. He's doing that because, it's like there's only one way to take care of this problem.
Yeah, he's just putting it out there. He's like, it's not going to go away on its own. Either that or he might still be at the age where you get recreational boners and not just like utilitarian boners that you have. Like if at our age, if you get a boner, it's because like you're about to use it. You know, You don't pull it out. It's like a gun. You don't pull it out and not use it. But when you're like between the age of 12 and I'd say 27, 28, they just happen sometimes. You just get like a casual like, oh, what? Oh, surprise boner. That's cool. Yeah.
No, when you get into your mid to late 30s, you have to be like, all right, it's time to try to get a boner. You're like, clear my schedule. I'm going to try to get a boner today.
And you can't waste a boner. That's the other thing. At this age, if you have it and you waste it, that's a sin.
If you don't use it, you lose it. That's
no,
a fact.
It's illegal. It's illegal in many of the southern states now for a man to have an erection and to not use it for procreation.
All right, one with this one. I don't know if I believe this one. It's preposterous. Hey fellas, my boyfriend and I have been dating for 5 years and we just moved in together. One thing that always worries me was that he keeps all of his losing bet tickets and hangs them all over the walls in his bedroom. He says that it makes him a better gambler because the first thing he sees every day is his mistakes. I thought that when I moved in, he would take them down, but he refuses to. How do I get him to stop being such a child?
I like this. I'm just thinking about like
what depressing.
What could like if I laid out all my losing bets in my entire life, I think it would go around the world like 7 times.
You'd be a hoarder.
I kind of like it just because I think every gambler's had this moment. Like I've had moments where I'm like, I'm going to start a spreadsheet so that I can like track what I'm losing. I used to carry around little notebooks where I'd write down every single bet. Yeah, you're just going to keep losing. It doesn't really matter. Like, I think you just encourage him to at least he's acknowledging that he loses, because that's better than having your boyfriend be like, I never ever lose, but yet he loses all the time. So he's acknowledging it. So I think you just let him go with it.
And so I guess you must live in a state that has like a sports book nearby that he goes to and plays his bets in person. I think it'd be kind of a psycho move to like print out a statement from like the app that you use. Like have to like take a screenshot, email it to yourself, print it out, and then hang it up. That would be concerning behavior. But if it's just like little mementos, it's just a memory of a fun time that you had when you were betting on a game too. That's a guy's version of scrapbooking.
I found the little notebooks I had. It was probably like 15 years ago. They're little pocket notebooks I'd put in my back pocket, and I'd write down all my bets before I left my house. And I would like go throughout the day. I'd have a pen and a notebook, and I would do X or check. And I found them a few years ago when I was moving, and it was great. It was like, oh shit, like this day didn't go so well. Why'd you take like every single over? Like, what are you doing? And it was just like the history of my life, and just a Saturday of just like 40 bets, and they're all X's. It's like, that was kind of fun to go back down.
It is a trip down memory lane. Like if you pulled out a notebook from 2016 and you're like, oh, that's the Gucci game. That's when Hank hit me with the Gucci.
Yes.
Like you go back and you feel all those thoughts and all those memories. And the beautiful thing about even if you lose gambling, if you just wait long enough, you'll be able to look back and be like, that was fun. I truly had fun losing money on that game.
Yes. And there are moments of my life that are seminal moments that are really just around like the day my son was born. I took Glenny Balls, gave me 2 WNBA overs in the middle of the day. Both lost. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. People think I cried because my son was born. It was because I had lost those 2 overs. Like those are just, those are special moments that I can someday tell my son, like, hey, your birth was incredible, but those 2 losers really fucking sucked.
Every time I see TJ Watt, I'll be like, hey, that's not Derek.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's little like bookmarks on your life that you can go back to and be like, oh, that was kind of fun.
Antonio Brown fucking up 2 of those catches back to back in the end zone on Sunday Night Football.
Oh my God,
that was a great
ran that play for him.
Too soon.
I can't wait for football season. God damn it, I can't wait for football season. Okay, all right. Let me do numbers. That's the show. We'll see everyone on Friday. Let's see. Random number generator.
42.
24.
26.
27.
6.
What'd you guess, Hank?
24.
All right, here we go. Pressing it.
This doesn't count, though.
64. 64.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
That would have been bad.
That's a 6th timer.
Maybe next week when we're back, because we're gonna be doing Zoom the last week of July. Maybe we should just record a couple from the ping pong machine just for safekeeping.
We should also do one where Hank just has maybe a live stream. Hank just has to keep playing the lotto machine over and over again until he wins.
And we call it Blake of the Year.
Blake of the Year, yeah.
Do we put it back in, or does it get easier as it goes on?
No, we put it back in.
Actually, Big Cat, that should be how we do Blake of the Year this year. Like, me and you will get together and we'll assign different lotto numbers to different Blakes, and then Hank has to sit there picking a different number each time with a full machine until he gets it right.
And then we just decide who's the Blake of the Year. I like it. Okay. See everyone on Friday.
Love you guys.
Day to find you, shine away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Shine away. I'll be coming for for your love again. Needless to say, I won't send it, but I'll be so little late. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say out for me, it's the best to be safe and sorry. Say out for me, it's the best to be safe and sorry. Take on me, take on me, take on me. I'll be yours. Take on me. I've got to remember, you're shying away. I'll be coming for you anyway. You're shying away. I'll be coming for you anyway.